Hey, welcome to LDR Loot Die Repeat, where we get to roll some dice and laugh at each other and do some fun little role playing, which we call Dungeons and Dragons. And if you were with us last week, you know that we launched a brand new campaign with new characters who are ridiculously
Smashing.
hilarious. And I'm going to have a hard time keeping a straight face through this campaign, I can tell already. So we are so thankful that you're here with us to laugh, hopefully with us, but we don't care if you laugh at us. That's okay too. And to share some of this story that we get to tell together. And if you would like to know what has happened in the past, you can go on our YouTube channel and watch all of the past episodes. They are up from the previous 2 seasons. And, of course, we'll be putting up the episodes from this season as we go along. We are also going to do our best to get all these episodes up for podcasting as well. And so we're working on that as we fine-tune some of our sound issues, which we got some new tech, and hopefully we're getting that ironed out. And fingers crossed that we are able to have no issues tonight. We do want to say thank you to the awesome community that is growing up around this show, and part of the way we do that is by giving away some cool stuff each week. And so this week we're going to give away some dice, and we're going to give away some little miniatures, and you can see them right here next to me on the screen. And we're also going to be giving away that really cool dragon as soon as we hit 100 subs. And every 50 subs, we'll be giving away another one of those awesome gargantuan dragons, which for you dungeon masters out there and for you your players are just super cool. Or if you just want to put it on your desk at work and have an awesome display item for casual conversation, you can show off your geekery. Do that too.
How many subs do we get
To give away the bard? I don't know.
Why would you want to do that?
So there's a bunch of cool chat commands. If you type in exclamation commands, they'll show you, and one of those commands is exclamation point rewards, which will show you how you can affect the game by cheering some bits and buying different things for the cast. And so we would certainly encourage that as a way for you to be even more involved in the story that we are telling. All right, well, I think that I have covered all of my bases, and so without further ado, we are going to go into our little recap of what happened last week. And so our story began with a lone tiefling wandering in the wilderness, seeking his new companions. Morthos, who has been training and preparing for this day for many months now after suffering a terrible defeat at the hands of the Cult of the Dragon, has now been sent out by Vajra Safar to gather a crew together to deal with the threat growing in the east. And so Morthos first gained the Whitesand halfling druid named Killian, who would be the speaker for his quest to gather in the party as Morthos listened to the voice of Vajra Safar. Next, they gathered the energetic and, well, perhaps a little bit talkative at time, Storm Giant Ray, a young storm giant who had been sent out to find the origin of the threat growing in the Sword Coast. From there, they traveled to Westgate, a very seedy town on the Sea of Fallen Stars, and they found their final 3 companions. The first, a fun-loving tabaxi bard named Oliver, and his first mate, Bart, who also happens to be his tail, along with a enigmatic wizard, an illusionist named JB, who seems to have a sultry past. And of course, you have the absolutely ridiculous, I don't even know what he is, nature-loving, Rubius... Rubius Thornbray, who is seeking and found a bard to chronicle his tales of discovering new species of creatures throughout the Sword Coast. And so after gathering together, this party eluded a band of thugs who had seemingly come to do some harm to Rubius, made their way back to JB's Wizard's Tower, collected themselves. JB was able to negotiate with the thugs and secure them safe passage back to Oliver's boat, where they decided to help Oliver complete his final test in his bard training as they went off to find a special island that moves around and can only be found through a particular form of scrying. As they took Captain Cook along with them, who had hired Oliver to get him to the island. And so after several days of journeying along the open seas, the party was all startled by a massive explosion of light and energy and force far to the northwest in the skies over the Anarok Desert, as a maelstrom, a gathering storm, erupted and manifested itself and made clear to the party exactly the threat that they were up against. And so, just as this storm has made itself known, and as Morthos received the message from Vajra that in fact was the threat that they had been gathered to tackle, our story continues tonight.
Did you guys see it? That's what I have to go! Why would you take me in the opposite direction? I have to go investigate that storm! You told me you'd help me find the evil that was lurking in the east! I have to go there! And Ray starts, bounding across the ship.
Ray, my child. You need to
Ray?
stop.
Yeah, let's take a moment. Breathe. Everybody breathe in.
But
Breathe out.
that's what I have to find. That's what I was called to investigate.
Oh, I know, sweetheart. We're all moving in that direction eventually. But everything, and it is concerning. I'm a bit concerned as well. But we are following Morthos's lead because he hears the voices in his head. It's totally normal, by the way.
What was it?
It's okay. Oh, he hears voices in, I think.
We're following a guy who hears voices in his head?
I mean,
This is
it brought
coming
us all
from a guy
together.
who talks to his tail.
My tail actually talks, though.
Okay,
I've
gentlemen.
never heard him
gentlemen,
talk, so
Gentlemen.
that is all in your head apparently as well.
How do I know this voice in your head isn't an enemy of Anam?
That's
Well-
a good
See,
question.
he needs to take me
good
away.
question. Except we're going in this direction.
Well, remember when we all were brought in here, that voice gave us very specific instructions that would bring us together in order to save the world. Remember, that's what our... So, we're on this little mission right now, probably to give us
Ali,
a stepping stool to...
did I not tell
face
you?
in the-
Is that the thing Is that the thing we got to save the world from?
Yes.
From a little
Are you
thread.
freaking kidding me?
Yes.
Wait,
No, I am not kidding you, but I mean,
Did you
Ray.
hit? How do you expect?
listen.
Did you say
listen.
kitten me?
No.
Was that a pun?
I have
yeah,
not-
actually.
So funny.
It's a good one, yeah.
Oh.
But again, back to the
Sure,
task at
Captain.
hand. Do you see that?
I do.
How
in
are
fact-
we supposed to stop that?
By the help of Anam, of course.
We're gonna need like 17 Anams.
Listen.
You only need
This
one
is
Anam.
this is what I can tell you. So far, I have not lied to any of you. I've only told you the truth.
That's
Ali, we are now.
I want to insight.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
Well, I want to roll to see if I know anything about these lights.
Okay, I want Morthos to be able to finish what he's saying, but
13.
okay.
Ali, did I not tell you when I met you that we would help you complete your college.
Well, no, you said my story, but
And I also told you that we would help you complete school. No.
I guess, yeah. All
And
right.
isn't that what we are doing now?
I mean-
Am I not holding true to my word to you?
Yeah, but look at
Yes,
that
listen,
thing.
listen. There are extremely powerful people in this world. Some are good, some are evil. And there are people in place who, even though I am myself struggling to understand or believe it, have foreseen fate, foreseen the future, and they believe that this group here, for whatever reason, is the only way that can be defeated. There is something special about every one of you. Yet, I do not know what it is, but I am sure in time we will uncover why this group has been chosen as the only team to be able to defeat that.
So what you're saying
Oh, my
is...
goodness.
I am telling you, Ray, I know that you want to go after that storm, and I will tell you that if you go after it now, you will die. You are not ready. We are not ready. We need
goodness.
time. We need to train. We need to practice. We need to follow the path that is laid. And someday, when we are ready, we will stop that storm.
Yeah, it's kind of like a good book. Rubius, you like books, right? I saw a lot of them in your, Josephus, you like
You can call me JB.
JB. It's like a good book, you know. You can't jump from the introduction right to the ending, because then you don't know what happens in between, and you know, we all are part of a bigger story now. So maybe a little patience and really diving into our stories. Maybe
I can confirm that, but I can also say that there is good and evil even in the places that you may think are all good.
Except for Anam's place, of course.
You never know.
Oh, I know.
Tama,
Okay.
if there's good people, like us, presumably, and Cook, right? He's a good guy, yeah?
He seems really lovable.
As you all kind of look back at the captain's quarters where he's been staying, you notice that the door is ajar, which it typically is not.
So listen, I don't know what we are so concerned about with a storm.
Look at that.
It's a storm.
But it just popped out of nowhere, and it hasn't gone anywhere, but
You
gotten
can
bigger.
roll your Arcana check.
Didn't you feel the power in that storm? I don't even have any magic, but I just felt it. I knew that what
29.
is what Anam was
God,
feeling.
that was quite a
it
roll.
clearly is of arcane origin.
So are we gonna call this a storm? Because it's not a storm, but
What the hell is it then?
It is way bigger than a storm.
It
There
is.
is dark, evil behind it.
Nah,
it does look
you
quite
said evil
unnatural.
like 15 times, right? Good, evil. If we encounter evil, does that mean like we physically have to encounter evil?
Yes.
Like, does that
Whether-
mean then we have to physically, like, I don't know, stab evil?
If you're asking if we need to kill evil, yes, that is why you are here.
Oh,
We will.
Yep, that's it.
We are here to. You have to
Smash their
understand.
heads in!
Whoa.
Yes,
this
Whoa,
was
exactly.
not a part of the contract
Time
that
out.
we agreed.
Listen.
It was part of my contract. I'm
Okay,
here to
okay.
defeat evil.
How many of you have family?
Right here? Bart
Yes.
lifts up his
I don't
tail
know
too.
if I have.
Yes, you. I have no idea. Whatever, but
I would never hurt a fly.
You told me my family was dead.
if that is what I was told, then yes. But you know what family is and family means, no?
Oh, of course.
Sure.
Would you do anything to protect your family?
Absolutely.
I have.
If I had one, yes.
Are there, I mean, I've been trained to talk around problems. I know how to use a sword. These two things on my hips aren't just for
let
show,
me
but
let me tell you, the party who I traveled with for a long time did not know how to talk. In fact, the only thing they knew how to do was run headfirst like morons
are they all dead?
into. Well, I do not know if all of them are, but many.
So
sadly,
some of them
yes.
are dead?
Was
Yes.
there
And
any
were they trying to
good-looking-
stop this storm too?
They were, but
So do you see the
I
equation
do.
we're building here?
So,
I do.
Morthos,
How-
if I could chime in, maybe we can think of it like this. You know, there's darkness and then there's
Yeah,
light.
yeah.
Well, they don't coexist. If darkness overtakes the light, there is no more light. Well, if we're the light, then that extinguishes the darkness.
How can we be the light then?
Wait.
Well, Anon's
First,
the light.
I have read many theories on this. I do believe there is a gray area as well. I don't know why that's coming to my mind, but I feel like it's been said to us many times. I mean, said to me very, very many times.
Tony, is someone talking in your head now too?
It's not just light and dark.
I
There
don't
is
know.
also gray.
Well, this is a metaphor, so it's not perfect. Just like all of us, we're not perfect. But the idea is that if you shine a light on darkness, that darkness goes away.
But what I think Morthos is warning us about is that we pretty much do have to be perfect.
I am telling you that storm, it has been foretold that storm is just one part of an assault on the entire Salt Coast. That if we do not help stop, your families will be no more. The world as you know it will be no more. This is not a game. Each and every one of you have been chosen. Each of you have a gift that is different than the next. And maybe that is the success that we will need, or just the small difference from the parties before that were not as successful.
Listen, I have learned and written down in my stone here quite a few spells that could help us along the way that aren't just little fancy tricks that I've been pulling, but I've never used them before. Have any of you attacked things?
I mean,
Only in practice. Lots of trees. I've attacked so many trees.
I've only ever trained on dummies. Never. Nope. Don't even know how. Nope.
I can say, though, I was sent out because the storm giants, they noticed the same thing that Morthos was talking about with the evil coming in all directions, and that's why I was sent out into the east. So what you're saying is sometimes you have to go away from the evil to be able to investigate the evil? Is that what Anam's will is?
I am saying that,
And she makes like a little pouty face.
child, yes, we will take on this evil, but it must be in the timing that has been laid out before us. There is a
Oh, that
path
makes sense.
for us to take, and our path is not to head into the storm currently, but at some point, that is what we will face.
Oh man.
Can
That makes
I want to perceive, is Captain Cook still just the door open, or
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Are we on the deck?
You're all out on the deck observing the storm.
I'm rolling so bad.
No bueno.
What's your passive
13.
perception?
16. Sorry. 18.
Okay, so you can't technically roll lower than that.
Yes. 18 then.
All right. You are distracted by the storm, and so while your attention is diverted in multiple directions, there are a couple things you notice. First, you notice that Cook is standing at the door listening into this. Secondly, you notice that as Oliver was talking about his trepidation in fighting and using his swords and only attacking dummies, Bart was putting its grasp around the sword and looked very ready to jump into the fray if needed. You notice that Rubius, very interestingly, while he's kind of taking this all in and looking, there is a calm to him that, despite his protests to not wanting to ever hurt a fly, it's almost as if his body is conditioned to not be alarmed in the midst of a otherwise alarming situation, like a massive storm. And with Morthos, you can tell an underlying urgency and genuine depth of concern for the task at hand, but also to kind of get you all to see the reality of what's before you and to respond properly to the threat. And there's a bit of frustration that's peeking through his voice because he knows the depth of what's going on and he's kind of grasping for straws a little bit and trying to express what he knows to you all. JB, interestingly, is neither surprised or alarmed, but there's also a hint of intrigue at what this storm entails, and he is not objecting and really just kind of staying down the middle with how things go. So that's kind of what you perceive in everyone's form. Ray just wants to go and break stuff.
Right.
And she is unsure if she's being lied to or if she's making the right choice. It's very much the tumultuous thoughts of a young person wanting so badly to make the right decision, but not sure if they're going in the right direction.
Hello there, Mr. Cook. Have you seen any storm like this before?
The door swings open, and Cook is standing there with his arms clasped behind his back. He says, "Well, you peons."
That's a good word, right?
No.
Oh, my mom always called me her little pea because I was so small, so I think it's a good word.
In the animal kingdom, to pee on something means
Oh,
to
that's
make it your territory. Oh, I think he is telling us we are his territory.
Oh, that would make sense because I'm kind of like my mom's territory because I'm her kid.
Wait, your
There's
mother
a,
peed on you?
No, she used
Listen,
to call me her
so,
little pea because I was
sh-
little and
I'm just
tiny.
gonna-
A little off task here.
Yeah, I'd just like to hear what Mr. Cook over here has
Thought
to
I'd
say.
chime in.
Yes, quite. Well, all I require is for you to get me to the island. We are but 2 days out from Colchis, and once we arrive, we have a little time before it sets loose on its move again. My scrying has pinpointed it, and once we arrive, well, as long as you go before me and pave the way, you shall be handsomely rewarded, etc., etc., as we have agreed.
Yeah, we did. In writing.
Yes,
In a
indeed.
handshake.
So as long as your crew are able to keep up with me, well,
I would like
we'll
to
be fine.
insight him
I-
on that statement.
18.
What are you seeking to insight? What are you...
I want to, if he's really being truthful about paying the crew.
Yeah, his
and
intentions
that-
with Ollie.
If his
Yeah.
intentions with Ollie are actually true. I rolled a 21.
Anyone? And an 18?
18, yeah.
Yep. He is clearly very full of himself, but isn't lying. At least you don't discern any lies within him.
Why
Well-
would he lie?
Well, thank you. We'll make sure to help Ollie out the best we can.
Yes, I know. Anyway, about this little kerfluffle in the sky. Well, as your friend said, there are powerful people in this world. It's a good thing you're on the ship with one of them. And he kind of
Oh, that's him.
closed the door.
We're so lucky. Yeah.
and
That's my room, though.
Morthos just shakes his head in utter disbelief.
Man, guys, can you believe we have an actual captain on a ship?
It's so
You're
cool.
an actual. You're
I
the
say,
captain
is
of
this
this
not
ship.
your ship?
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
but
not captain
You
yet,
shouldn't.
though.
You shouldn't sell
So-
yourself so short.
That would make you
Ah.
captain if this is your ship.
Yeah,
no?
but I mean, like, I'm used to me being a captain. This is like another captain, so it's kind of cool. It's like two
Well,
captains.
I'll tell you what. I prefer you, Ollie, over Mr. Cook over there any day.
Bart kind of like strokes your neck, chin area. It's like, all right, Bart. Yeah, he gets it. Thank
I
you.
do
Thank you for the
concur.
compliment.
So going back to our conversation, I think Morthos asked if any of us had, or no, JB asked if any of us had been in physical altercations before, and I just want you to know that in my lifetime, I have done quite a bit of altercations, some out of good intent and some out of not so good intent, and that's that's just the story we all have, right? We do things that sometimes we don't want to do, even though we know they're not the right thing to do.
Heard?
What?
What have you heard?
Oh, I have not heard anything, sir.
okay.
Is there something you'd like to
It
share?
was a pretty aggressive rebuttal to
No, I
nothing.
wanted to know more about this Rubius character.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, move
anything
over
about-
there.
I wish to gather your attention.
I think
look at me.
he's.
Do I look like I could kill a man?
I don't know. You have some pretty gnarly scars on your arms.
It's from
say-
being mauled by the beasts.
You are also
What beasts?
what appears to be
don't know.
heavily armored weapon. It's rather strange to have so many weapons for somebody who says
It's
he
for
has never.
self-defense.
I'm going to use my hands and create an image of a masked rogue behind him, a rogue object statue,
Okay.
and also I only need one. Use the sound portion of it to say
Die, Rubius.
right behind his head.
Lightning fast, the katana is drawn from its scabbard.
And I'll be like this the whole
and
time.
goes right through the neck of the illusion.
Good lord! Did you see me? It's a good thing
Well,
that
that
wasn't
was-
real. He would have been dead.
That was so cool.
That
Where
was
did that come
quite
from?
impressive
Oh
there,
my lord.
Mr.
Hey, I whittled you a fish though to add to your encyclopedia. Here, And so
Thank you. Thank you
carved
kindly.
little
I
trout
think-
that we saw on our travels.
I think you're right. There's more to each of us.
Keep
than-
me away from people. Oh, God.
Is that why you're sent to track animals?
What?
Well, you're tracking animals, not people, right?
Yes. I much prefer animals to people.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Wait. Let's not move on. I was just testing you.
I
But
just meant to
That was
say,
quite an
What-
interesting test
what
there.
are you speaking of when you say you did things concerning the death of others?
Death of yeah, well,
with the negative intentions.
I don't think that I ever killed anybody out of negative intentions. But there were things that I did that may have harmed people over, because I used to be, and I think we all can be at some time, quite selfish.
Never, not once.
Yeah,
Not-
and when we let that get out of control,
as soon as he says that, Morthos kind of just puts his hand on like his money purse.
and
Just kinda looks away.
when that gets out of control in any form, whether it's we think that what we want to do is most important, or we're really greedy, or we want to be real popular or something.
Is it possible to kill out of positive intentions?
Well, let me get to that.
Oh, I
okay?
meant
So-
to help you and I killed you. Sorry.
Well, if the good intention is not you killing somebody, but the good intention is, again, going back to the light and dark imagery. The darkness will not be subdued without light, if you want to go with that, rather than
the
extinguished.
light being a sword through the neck.
Yeah, well, if someone's
Apparently
coming...
there's
So,
one way,
I'll
yeah.
just cut to it. There was...
Is it a pun? Yeah.
Yeah,
Swords cut.
So, yeah,
Oh, there's a good one.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
So,
He's quoting me now.
yeah, I like that little thing you
Oh,
do.
yeah?
It's nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Carry on. Sorry.
So there was a war in my country, near my country, that really threatened my hometown and my family and my friends.
Where
and
you
so,
from?
It's just a really cool town up in the mountains called Everesca.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
I heard stories about that place.
it's pretty cool.
No one can get there unless someone from there takes them there.
That's a very true
Would
statement.
you take me there one day?
Possibly.
Oh my goodness. Imagine the stories I could tell. No, I know, but no one would believe them. That's the point. Yeah. Sorry. Carry on.
Oh, it's okay. So that's what I mean. I've been a part of some wars in my time and some pretty big battles, and but then that's the good intention. I was protecting from evil, but then after that I got into an adventuring group like this, and we went on our adventures, and yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty fun.
Let me guess. They all died too.
But, actually, I don't know what happened to them.
Oh, that sounds familiar. Great.
That's so sad.
It was quite an experience to go through.
What happens if I lose all of you guys? I won't let that happen.
Oh,
Well,
thank
I
you.
will stand my ground
Now,
Against
listen.
what?
Well,
against anything.
well, you can't go running off then every time you see something
Yes,
that looks like danger.
We are much stronger as
That's-
a team than we will ever be as an individual. We have all been brought together. Ali, do you not have a wonderful gift of talk? You seem like you can talk or convince almost anyone to do just about anything.
Oh, you know, sometimes when I roll well enough,
You have a way with words.
Thank you.
Killian here, he is obviously wise beyond belief. He understands the art of battle and war and tactics. Mm-hmm. Ray, you are obviously a fierce and strong young woman. I mean, you are immensely strong, stronger than most of us could probably imagine. And JB, I can feel that you have immense power, even if you have not necessarily shown it yet. That I imagine one day will come to light. And Rubius,
Go on.
I have not yet figured out why you are here, but
A regular mystery.
there must be a reason that fate and that you have just been brought here.
I think it should be said that we should never underestimate a man with the robust facial hair, as Rubius
Thank you,
has.
sir.
Did anyone see his adjustable mustache did come off there?
I just wasn't gonna say anything because I was always taught. My mom always said to be really nice to people, and if you don't have anything good to
I
say,
have
don't say it
found
at all.
that I lost it earlier.
Oh.
Where has my mustache gone?
It's
I
back
found it on the floor.
Back on your face. It's good. Well, I'm gonna go up top and steer a little bit.
Right.
Mr. Morthos, would you kindly accompany me up there?
Sure.
Thank you.
Wait, I have one more question. How did you find all of us? I don't understand
Oh, that's a
what
good
brought
question.
you to me.
I-
And how did the two of you get together with such a plan?
It is not my plan. It was not his plan. This plan has been laid out before me by, as I said earlier, very powerful people that have a way of seeing fates and the way the future may unfold. And they believe that this group, for whatever reason, is the only possible path, the only group of people that could come together to defeat what is out there.
And how have you verified that this group of people, so he says, is a part of the light or a part of the darkness?
Oh, that's a good question.
There is a woman named Bajra Safar, and
You immediately recognize that name.
I have never known her to do anything other than attempt to protect this world and the people of her city and of the coast. I have never had a reason to mistrust her, and in fact, she has always guided us on the path that we must go. And I have no reason to doubt her in this very moment.
What do I know of Vadra?
You know that she's the Black Staff of Waterdeep, a very powerful wizard, and the highest ranking wizard in that city of Splendor, of tremendous arcane accomplishment as well as ingenuity and invention.
Is she part of the Weavers Guild?
She is
Presidium?
because of her position, she is not officially connected with the Weavers or any other enclave of mages or arcanists, but you know her to be connected with pretty much all arcanists, and that she has agents that are at her disposal that she sends out.
Well, Morthos, I do appreciate you sharing. I would like to confirm that at least one of his sources is respectable, if you did not know. So, I'm glad I came with you. I am. I've been set free by your information, and I hope, as you have said, that I can live up to your expectations.
I don't quite know what your expectations for me are.
I don't either.
Well, then we are on equal terms.
And when I say that, I take my cane and I actually attempt to smack him with it.
Just dodges like so clean.
Roll an attack.
10.
And in fact, as you swipe with your cane, without even looking at your cane, he just moves his foot out of the way and then puts it back, like without even thinking.
Careful, friend. You could have hit me.
That is amazing.
How would you have felt if you had struck me?
I have a feeling that there's much, much more
You probably would have been all out of sorts.
than you even realized either yourself.
As he moved, you did notice beneath his clothing that there was his outfit of khaki attire was placed over leather armor. And the armor certainly would go along with whatever weaponry was also affixed, and that he was... So there's certainly... And Vajra told you this man has far more going on under the surface than it appears. So you continue forward, and Morthos, you go up to the steering wheel with Ollie, and I don't know if Ollie, you want to have any specific conversation with Morthos, but the rest of you four are kind of left to yourselves to go and have whatever one-on-one conversations you would.
Killian, can I ask you a question?
Well, of course, sweetheart.
How do I know this is what I was called for? I mean, like, my parents told me specifically, and the Council of Elders said specifically, go investigate the East, and now I'm being called out here, and this isn't where the storm is, and it's not where the trouble is. So, I'm just confused. How do I know that I'm doing... I want to prove my family name right. All my ancestors had great stories, and I want to be part of that line.
Well, how did your mom and dad teach you right and wrong from...
Oh, just a
when you were
Nom's
young?
will.
A Nom's will. Well, how do you listen to a Nom's will normally?
The Council of Elders tells me.
Well, this is an interesting cycle we've got going.
This is the first time I'm ever out of their guidance.
Well, let me say this, that... can I insight her real quick?
Of course. What are you
Just-
seeking to discern?
I want to see what her inner will leans towards.
Yep,
like-
what her alignment, per se,
Yeah,
would be.
yeah.
Probably Sour Patch Kids.
First she shouts out.
18?
Yes. She's sweet.
Actually, I don't know. Yeah, is that what my passive insight is?
You know, it's
16.
16.
Yeah.
You discern that she is certainly good. And whether she tends to be lawful or chaotic, it's difficult to tell.
Okay.
Well, I can't pull up any quotes right now, so I'm just gonna wing it. Miss Ray, I believe that you're quite young still, but your natural inclination is going to be towards good.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and so I think if you would be able to pause and really calm yourself and listen to your inner will, you will find that often you will find peace in the right things, and when you're doing the wrong things, there will be these feelings of turmoil, and things around you might even actually start to fall apart as well.
So what you have to say is I have to be really, really, really quiet and then see where my body is, like, if I'm all or if I'm like, yay, happy.
I think that inner peace and centering is important, but that looks different for everybody. So for you, if training or working out your muscles is something that calms your mind,
Ray,
then-
Nothing really calms my mind.
as Killian is describing this, you do recall some of the ancestral prayers that your mother taught you before you left, to kind of call on the wisdom of your people to help you if you ever were lost. And while there was nothing necessarily magical about that. It was a way that your mom taught you to just kind of calm yourself and to listen. And so as he's saying this, his words are kind of reminding you of that, which you've kind of forgotten because you've just been trying to get to the east as quickly as you can. And now that you're here, and now that you've gotten some sort of a direction, it's like, oh yeah, oh wait, I remember that.
Oh, that's exactly like what my mom always said. So she has a gift of prophecy. Well, I don't know really if it's a gift, but Anam has definitely blessed her in prophecy. And she always said, when in doubt, call on the ancestors. Not quite like that. She always said it a little bit more, like more adulty, but that's my version of it. So, baby, that's what I should do, is I seek the will, because they always did Anam's will. My whole family tree going 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 generations
that's a lot
back.
of generations.
Oh, lots of generations. You see, only the good giants that do a lot for Anam's will get to reproduce. And then I'm here. So, yeah, they don't have a lot of kids. But I'm a little miracle baby. Yay! That's why they call me Ray, because I'm like the sun. Anyways, so they always did Anam's will, so maybe they can help me in determining Anam's will. Yeah!
Yeah, I think
Thanks,
that's
Killian.
it. You're
Hey,
so
guys,
welcome.
was
Yeah.
that supposed to be a private conversation? Because I literally heard everything up here.
Oh, that's okay, Ollie. I like you. And Bart, too. I'm
I
not
like
gonna
you,
lie,
too.
Bart's kind of my favorite, though. And I waved
What?
to Bart.
Well,
Bart's kind of my favorite, though.
Now, that what was so that you wouldn't repeat it, but okay, thank you.
Oh, I think he's fun. You're fun, too. Don't get me wrong. I do like you, Ollie. But Bart's my favorite. And she goes kind of skipping off to find like a little quieter spot in the boat.
So as you go to the front and kind of sit down and try to just think on what your mom taught you. Meanwhile, Rubius, as you're kind of
Catching me unawares.
listening to the commotion and paying attention somewhat, and having already chronicled the white birds which seem to follow your ship, and you're certain of the new name which you've given them. That name being...
Snow gulls so far from home.
Am I near enough to hear him?
He's just kind of mumbling this
Okay,
to himself. Yeah, out of the edge of your binocular view, you see a creature jump up out of the waves and immediately go back under. And it looks to be a gray fish-like creature with a bottle nose and a singular fin.
Dorsal fin.
And it kind of is following along in the wake of your ship with almost a joyful smile on the crest of its lips.
I don't mean to alarm you, friends, but it appears that we have the grey, needle-nosed jumping fish. It is attempting to lodge into our ship.
It wants to play with us!
Well, Bart, you're quite well known on the seas with the animals and stuff. What would you say that is? I've never heard of the long-nosed needle. What'd he say?
Let me ask
The
Bob what he
long-nosed
thinks.
needle jumping fish.
Oh, yeah,
It's,
that's not a thing.
That's not. Yeah, that's a dolphin. Yep. Probably a bottlenose dolphin. Yeah.
They're quite friendly.
You jest.
No, that's what my people always told it. See, storm giants, they live all the way in the mountains. Some of them live in the oceans, but I've always heard it called a dolphin, too.
Well, of course I knew that. I was just testing you.
Oh,
You
yeah.
passed the test.
Thank you. Yeah.
You know, they really like fish. You could feed it, and it'll do tricks for you.
Now, what would they eat?
Fish, of
Of course I know, but tell me.
Little fish. Do you have any little fish, Ollie? You're a cat.
Yeah, actually, well, one, that was a little presumptive, but yes, I do, under deck.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you want mackerel? Do you want sardines? Or do you want something,
Oh, sardines. Sardines for sure.
Yeah, you can have mackerel.
Okay. She's gonna run with like a little mackerel. Here you go, Rubius. Throw it up to them and they'll catch it.
All right.
I
So
want while it's in the air to slice it with my katana into like little pieces so we can throw it out.
little sushi
Yeah.
rolls.
Alright.
That
Here
was,
you go.
That was impressive.
Just starts throwing it out at it.
Oh,
And,
look at it jumping.
and his aim is impeccable. It like hits right. He leads it perfectly as it hits right in front of the dolphin every time.
Whoa.
Quite
So cool.
extraordinary.
Yes, you are. Yep.
Not me, the fish.
Oh, yep, you're right, yep.
All the while, I'd like to be observing what's happening, but also working on casting the ritual of detect magic.
Okay.
And so, whenever the time elapses, then I would like to see what's going on persons, in persons, and around the 30-foot area.
So as you complete your ritual spell, you stand up and kind of do a perimeter walk around the ship, and there seems to be a magical essence coming from inside the captain's quarters, which seems to be in the general vicinity of where Cook was. There is also a magical essence emanating from the helm of the ship, the wheel of the ship, specifically. And there are also several magical items worn by Morthos, which would certainly be in keeping with his previous adventures. Killian, surprisingly, is rather devoid of magical trinkets, though he has a general kind of feel of deep old magic rooted in nature, which would be in keeping with his druidic abilities. And Bart himself, there is a magical aura around one of his scimitars.
It's Oliver.
I said Bart, didn't I? Oliver? Yep.
No.
Oliver, one of his scimitars. And when you look at Rey, there is also a magical aura around her giant warhammer.
Any scary looking schools in any of these locations? No necromancy anywhere? Or?
There is necromancy on some of Morthos' stuff. In particular, surrounding his legs.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
And would I be familiar with that set of that particular
That
set
is
of magical armor, or no?
You would be familiar with that school of magic, though it's not one that you've really delved into. You do know that there are both negative and positive uses for it in certain settings.
I meant, have I ever read of those greaves?
Oh, you don't actually see the greaves. They're underneath his clothing.
Oh, he's wearing clothes. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. And so it's more of the aura that's kind of emanating around his legs, all down to his kind of the tops of his ankles and up to his quads. Oliver and Morthos, your conversation at the wheel.
Yep. So, you ever piloted a ship before?
I do not believe so. I do not recall. No.
You want to give it a try?
Oh,
Step on up.
you're gonna
Slap
let
this
the
bad boy.
You're gonna let the blind man steer.
Wait, you're blind?
You haven't noticed.
I mean, your eyes are glowing, but I just thought that was a
Fine.
personal touch.
No, I do not see very well.
Like, how well? Can you see this?
Yes, I can tell that you are waving.
How about
I
this?
just,
He does nothing, thinking he's faking you out.
I can see that you have done nothing.
Well, how are you blind if you can see me waving and then doing nothing?
I do not see in the way that you see anymore. My sight is, let's just say, different. I do not see in colors. I see more in black and white and gray.
What color am I?
Well, you are black and white and gray.
That's true, I'm a snow leopard. Those are my colors. Oh, you're good. It's impressive. You're also doing a really good job steering. I mean, we're in the middle of nowhere, and you can't really run us aground, but good job nonetheless.
Thank you.
Well, enough small talk. You know why I called you up here.
I do not know. I am intrigued.
So here's the thing. just wanted you to know. I don't know if I'm capable of killing someone. I mean, I've been trained.
So you have never killed anything or anyone?
Neither.
And as he says that, he kind of just looks up, kind of like, Lazara, what are you doing? But yeah, doesn't say it out loud.
Here's my concern. Like, you, Mr. Morthos, you look like you know a thing or two because you've seen a thing or two.
Well, yes.
And, Mr. Morthos, what if I can't do it?
That is a deep question you ask.
Have you killed someone?
I have. In fact, I have killed many.
Do you feel like you lost a little bit of yourself?
I recall once someone I knew who was a very brave and a very, very strong warrior. And he was very much a military man. And he had told me how they never talk about actually killing, yet you do it anyway. And it definitely will take a part of you. There is no lie. However, I will tell you, the reason you will do it is not because it might be right in the moment, or it's because it's what you need to do. It's because you will do it to save the person next to you. It's because you will do it to save your family, your friend, your brother, your sister, whoever it might be in that moment. That is why you will kill. Your training will come through, and it will not be easy, but you will do it because you must. Because if you don't, the person next to you may die. And I will tell you, in the moment, that is what you will feel. And that is how, if that day comes, you will be able to approach it.
And his ears go down and his head goes down, and Bart kind of rises up, and Oliver goes, I just don't know. I don't know if I know how. And then Bart chimes into him. What? Well, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know how. Yeah, you stab something enough times and it stops breathing. I get it. Well, no, I've never done it. Neither have you. Don't talk a big game. Oh, yeah. You just, if the opportunity arises, you'll just do it. Whatever. I'm sorry. Bart's our talk. He's never done it. Get back there. Watch my 6.
I will tell you, it is not something to take lightly.
See, Bart?
It will change you. That
See?
is for sure.
Yeah.
But when the time comes, I am sure you will be able to make the right decision.
And then it basically says, see, Oliver, to me. It's like, all right, jeez, all right. Well, I'm going to pilot the ship again. You can do your rounds. Maybe go check on our good friend Captain Cook. He's a good man.
Yes. That I'm not so sure. He says kind of under his breath as he walks away.
Okay. So you make your way back to the deck as the ship is being piloted. The day continues by rather uneventfully. And as you go, you do begin to see more rocks that are kind of closer to the water. And you see in the distance some small islands. And so you're making your way, it seems to be amidst some sort of an archipelago with little protrusions out of the water here and there. And as you continue along, periodically Cook will come out and talk with Oliver and give him the course corrections. And kind of last time he was out, he says, "So, Captain, you need to go northwest 37.5 degrees, stay the course, do not vary. Am I to be understood, my friend?"
Very understood.
Excellent. Continue on. Captain. And he kind of goes below. So you are on course, 37.5 degrees, and as you're moving forward, you see that there is a rock formation that you are going to have to go directly through in order to stay on that heading. Now, you could go around it.
But he told me to
But
stay
he
right
told
on
you
it.
to stay directly on it. And so as you approach, you see that not only is the formation rather narrow, and you are going to have to precisely hit the center in order not to run aground on the rocks, but on the other side of the rocks, when you emerge, is a third protrusion that will be rather impossible to avoid under normal piloting circumstances.
Hey, Ollie, you need me to punch those rocks out of the way for us? And I brandish my hammer and whack it.
I'm actually a little concerned that if you move too much, we might run aground. So I'd like it if you stayed right in the middle and tried to balance yourself.
Oh, can you make me into a tree so it'll be more fun, JB? And she stands like a tree. Turn me into it!
Are we sure we're going the right way here?
He said 37.5 degrees, due northwest. I bring out my navigator's tools. I say, look, throw it in front of your face. You see that?
Well, I can't see over.
Yep, that's 37.5 degrees, due northwest.
All right, so
Well, we seem to have quite a long distance before we reach them. Oh my god, it's closer than I thought! They were the wrong way again. No, we need to figure this out now.
All right.
I'm just gonna maybe give you a little bit of help, if you don't mind, and I just give him a pet.
Oh, that feels nice.
And I guidance him.
Hey, Morty, am I a tree?
So you give him
I'm trusting you a little
fine
bit
three,
here.
young
Let's
lady.
please not
Fine
hit the
three.
rocks, okay?
Does the protrusion in the middle look like it looks like rocks, or does it look
look-
like something I think could move?
It looks like a large stone that is rather erect in the middle of the water.
That's what she said.
And so the formation is, it's obviously been eroded by waves and water over the years, but it gains girth under the water line as it kind of disappears from your view. But so you know this would not be something that would be kind to the ship. However, you do think that with some of the things you've done in the past, there may be a way to avoid it if you got really lucky. But before that happens, we're going to do our first giveaway of the night. So thank you for being here and being a part of this for our first hour.
Go tell your
And
friends.
we're going to give away the 2 little miniatures which are at the base of that dragon. One of them is a cool elf, barbarian elf, and the other is an orc. So get some fun little minis there. If you want to participate in that giveaway, please type in !grounded, GROUNDED,
Oh, well, that's quite ominous.
!grounded, as we determine what is going to happen here. And while you guys are all typing that into chat, I'm going to run a quick ad to help people get in without having to see the pre-roll ads. And if you're a sub, of course, you can keep chatting and watching and as we figure out what's going to happen. So I'm going to run that now, !grounded, and it'll also give you a chance to get some friends in here to see if they can win some stuff. Hear what we're saying?
Hey, guys.
And
Exclamation.
JB hasn't turned me into a tree, and I'm a little disappointed. Ray just wants to be a tree. Come on, JB.
I can't do things like that.
Yes, you can.
JB has not done things like that.
Well,
time out,
Ray's gonna ask him every episode to turn her into something.
I thought that you said you could change someone's look. Could you make her look like a tree?
I think that's what she means.
No, I just meant
No,
make
JB.
put an illusion in front of me or behind me or make me in the middle of an illusion of a tree.
JB could do that.
Yeah,
he
that's
told
what I'm
me
asking.
that he could change what he looks like. but he can't change what someone else looks like.
Yet.
But he can put something in front of you that maybe looks different.
So as we come back, thank you for sticking around, and we're going to give it a little bit more time, exclamation point grounded, and then we'll announce the winner. So,
My dad grounded me one time. It was not nice. I didn't get to go outside for like a whole day. It was torture.
Oh, that would be torture.
It really was. I love outside.
I love this conversation, but Ali, we are kind of heading towards rocks that even this blind man can see.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Does everyone know that Morthos is blind?
Yeah, I kind of figured it out.
I didn't?
Me neither.
Whoa!
right, so Oliver, I need you to first roll a navigator tools check to see if you are able to skillfully pilot your craft.
Or kill your entire party in episode 2.
This is going to be a dexterity check, adding your proficiency bonus.
And he blessed me.
And he guided you,
Guidance.
so you have a D4 that you can add to the roll.
Okay. So dex check, you said?
Real quick, how close is this to our boat?
Right now, you are passing, seeking to pass between two large rock formations, which are rather large. They're one of them is maybe 25 feet wide out of the water and goes up about 30 feet into the air. And another one is of similar size, about 30 feet away. So you are just barely making it through the center, and about 40 feet ahead is another of those protrusions.
So I'm going to get to the left side of the boat and say, Oliver, I am going to ask you to swerve to the left if you need to swerve. I will attempt to create space for you in a pickle.
Okay.
All right?
Do I have to add the thing he gave me? Do I get...
It only lasts for a minute.
so then yes, I rolled a 22.
Okay. And as you move forward, and JB, how are you helping?
I would cast Mold Earth on anything that was going to scrape the side of the boat.
And so Oliver is
Remove it.
super steady, and as he goes, there is one part that seems like it would still scratch the side of the boat, and thankfully with his piloting, you see that it's not going to do any significant damage. But anyway, you mold the earth back, and the ship isn't touched whatsoever.
Sweet.
But as you
That was
pass through, your boat is now directly on course with the stone that was in the center.
Let's jump it!
That's not going to work. I need everyone to think really hard that this thing's going to move. Right.
I don't think that is
Just
an
do
actual...
it. This has worked 3 times before.
I will focus
Okay.
on it.
1. On the count of 3, we're going to think right. 1, 2, 3, right!
Right?
And he starts turning the wheel right.
And as you, JB, are concentrating and watching Oliver, you see him kind of squinting his eyes and pulling the wheel, and there is an arcane essence that expands out from the wheel, and a wave of water hits the ship and just slides it directly to the right,
Oh, well, that was
and
fun.
then allows you to continue on your path without issue as
Did
you
it work?
avoid the rock.
My
Did it
boy.
work?
My boy, you are magnificent.
Smashing, good job.
Did you just see what happened?
No, my eyes were closed.
I did,
was
but you
thinking.
didn't. Got it? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
funny. But I definitely felt it.
Because he's blind.
This here boat is more than it appears, yes?
It's a special gift from my parents, yeah.
Whoa.
Your parents must be extremely wealthy.
Nope, just fishermen. But if love was wealth, then yes.
This is no fisherman's boat.
Well, I mean, I have added cannons, so you are correct.
And you do, in fact, find 4 cannons, 2 on either side of the ship. Well,
What?
3, right?
Yep.
1 on the starboard, one to port, and then one that's
Straight ahead.
straight ahead. 4. And as you, JB, are quite schooled in magics, you do see the transmutation effect subside that had emanated out from the wheel.
Your boat is a piece to be studied.
Sure, whatever. I'm just
Good
happy.
job!
Thank you. I'm just happy we got through. Hey, you did a really cool thing with the earth there on the first one.
But no, you drove very well, and all I did was, like butter up the side a little bit. That's all.
I loved it.
It was nothing.
Butter away.
It was nothing.
Are we there yet?
Not even close.
So as you continue on the rest of the day without issue, you go through to the following day, and because Captain Cook has taken the captain's quarters, Oliver, you have been sleeping below deck, and each evening you do take shifts to kind of observe what's going on. There is a crow's nest, so anyone would be able to climb up there to, and it's only large enough for one person to keep watch. And you all have been taking turns doing this. And is there anything you wish to do the rest of the day or into the evening?
Rubius is going to go up in the crow's nest to birdwatch.
Okay.
Do I see him go up there?
I haven't yet to see
There's
a
not
single
there's
crow.
not much to hide here on the ship. It's
Your binoculars are backwards.
there's a deck, and then there's below deck, and there's
this
the captain's
time.
quarters. The captain's quarters is really the only area with any degree of privacy. But the deck and the below deck are pretty wide open.
Towards the sunset, I'm gonna go get my painting tools and just sit off and.
Excuse me, JB, can I have some coffee? I'd like to just sit and relax and paint for a little bit.
This is actually the perfect time for coffee. One moment, please.
Thank you. I'm gonna be over here. If you could just bring it to me, that'd be wonderful. I'd like some time by my space.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you.
One moment. And as I do that, I look over the edge of whatever direction this guy's looking. And I will twiddle the rings a little bit and create sort of like a lily pad with a creature with like four tails. It's like a 1.5 foot long with like a 6-inch 4 tails sticking out with 4 little glow lights on the back of it, and like a squirrel head with like firefly wings.
Oh my.
And it's also gonna make a sound of like just a screeching noise.
So
And
you
I'm
could do
gonna-
that?
I'm
You
gonna
couldn't make me
look
in
at
a tree?
You don't see me. So he's gonna be looking at it.
Lord
And I'm gonna try to
Nelson's
listen to
trousers! What is that? Never been seen before by my reckonings. How do those little wings support it?
How have you never seen one of those before? I thought you knew the natural world.
Well, of course I've seen it
Oh,
before.
what? I don't recall what it's called. Do you know?
It goes by many names. The least of all. Anyways, yes. It is a beautiful creature. You'll notice that the wings are so small. There's so many legs. How does it support itself? I don't know.
Oh, look on the other side.
Where?
And then he'll go away in the water so that he doesn't catch me doing
Ah, it has escaped me. Before I could get a good sketch.
Then I will pull out my thermos and heat some of the coffee that's left up and walk over to what's the name of that?
Well, thank you, good sir.
And then I'm just gonna go off and
So you're doing your
painting. Yeah.
The rest of you kind of take your shifts, go to sleep. Oliver, you're sleeping below deck with the rest of your crew because you don't have your quarters any longer.
Yep.
Is it now nighttime?
It is nighttime.
Did I notice, or would I have noticed, did the captain's quarters have any type of windows or going around the outside of it?
Yeah, there are windows that look out to sea.
So I would like to stealthily sneak up and then just kind of stand in the middle. And I'd like to make a perception check that no one would see me. And I'm going to literally cast my echo on the side of the ship in midair and I want to look through the windows and see what I can see and where Captain Hook is.
So you're doing this when no one else is around?
No one else is around, correct.
Okay, so we'll say that on your
He took the night shift.
on your shift of keeping watch.
Meanwhile, I'm going to stay in the middle of the boat, so if anyone comes out, they will still see me standing there.
Yep. And so as you concentrate for a moment, there's a flash of light, and the radiant energy that resides within you is instantly emerges next to one of the portholes that is peering into the captain's quarters.
And then I'd like to make a perception check.
Go
See what I
ahead
see.
and roll your perception as you are looking through the eyes of your echo.
15.
Okay. Cook is sitting over a table with what looks to be an open book, and he seems to be kind of writing, looking at the book, turning some pages, writing some more, and transposing something in what looks to be almost like a scroll.
Okay. That is it. Nothing else jumps out at me.
Yeah,
Down-
it's otherwise the cabin is eclectic, with trinkets and doodads and gizmos aplenty. Oozits and whatsits galore. There's even some thingamabobs.
Some thingamabobs.
Not 20 there.
Then I'll dismiss him if I see nothing else.
Yeah, it's otherwise with that roll, nothing catches your eye. So, anyone else doing anything at night?
Down at the
Sleeping.
hammocks, I'll be like next to Ollie. Be like, hey Ollie, are you still awake?
Yep.
You know what I was just thinking about? Remember when I burst open the door of Melinda's shop?
Yep.
That was so much fun. Although I do kind of feel bad.
You did it twice.
I did every time I see the captain's door. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of think of exploding doors.
Oh, that would actually be really funny.
I know, wouldn't it?
Especially because it's not my quarters anymore.
Right, it's Captain Hook's, who's such a nice
Wait,
guy.
who's Captain Hook?
Oh, I'm sorry. I said Cook, not
Oh,
Hook,
Cook,
silly.
yeah. Okay, sorry, yeah.
That's
Foreshadowing.
okay. All right. Well, good night, Ollie. And I reach over and I scratch him between his ears real fast.
Oh, yeah. Don't stop. Yep. Okay, thank you. That felt good. Yeah.
Good night, Ollie.
For some
Good
reason,
night.
Killian, you do struggle a little bit to fall asleep this evening.
This is so
It's
interesting.
almost like you're
'cause,
wired a little bit.
Yeah, I usually go to sleep like right after the sun sets, nice and early, because I'm up nice and early too. But I'm just sitting here now wide awake. How's everybody else doing? Ray, how are you doing? You doing all right, Ray? Oh, Ollie, you still awake
Oh,
over
yeah,
there?
still up,
Hey,
yep.
how are you?
I'm doing good.
Hey, did you have a good talk with Morthos earlier?
Can I be honest with you, Mr. Killian?
Oh, of course.
Yes.
I'm not going to sleep. Oh, that's good. That's great.
It was very good.
I'm
yeah.
glad that you had a good talk.
Have you ever steered a ship?
I have not. Yeah, I usually can't reach the wheel.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe tomorrow I'll bend down and you can stand on my shoulders,
Oh, I like it.
and then you can steer.
It's like a piggyback ride, but we call it a kittyback ride.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm a fan.
All right. Well, I'm going to try to go to sleep now.
All right. Good night. And Oliver's just kind of muttering to Bart, kind of making fun of him about the previous day where like, oh yeah, you could kill someone. Mm-hmm. Whatever. Hey, remember that one time she called you fart?
Are you talking to yourself?
I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I mean
I was
fart.
just still awake over here.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think I'm going to turn in now. Good night, Bart. And he rolls over, and he turns in. And then Oliver did rile up Bart a little bit, and he kind of stands up straight, looks at Ray, creeps himself over, and starts waving himself in front of her face to see if she's asleep. Does she move?
She does not move. In fact, she's snoring rather loudly. Mouth open, a little bit of drool coming out the side.
That's right.
So then he kind of brushes your cheek with his tail. Or I should say, Bart brushes your cheek with himself. Do you react?
I tap my face a little bit like you would in your sleep when something's itchy, and then I kind of readjust and I fall back asleep.
So he backs away, and then he comes in, and he actually goes underneath the hammock where your pigtails are, and he mutters, if he could talk, he mutters to himself, "I'll show you, fart." and he ties your pigtails together to the pillar that's holding up your hammock. And then he laughs to himself, and he curls up next to Oliver and goes to sleep, periodically looking up to see if you wake up, and then goes to sleep.
Okay, so you go through the night, and the next morning, as the sun begins to pierce through the portholes and illuminate the deck below, Oliver, you are one of the first to wake because you're used to waking early, and as you're going to make your way above deck, Bart seems to be kind of holding you back and kind of looking over in Ray's direction.
What are you doing, man? We have to go up top and steer.
And as you're kind of talking out loud, Ray begins to stir and awake. And Ray, I need you to roll a strength check. 14. As you wake up, you sit up, and without even thinking, your hair just rips straight through the hammock as you stand up and stretch. And it, as it rips, you kind of fall to the ground and just kind of catch yourself without really even. You just keep stretching. No big deal.
Oh, what a good night's sleep that was. I feel refreshed. Do you guys feel refreshed? Let's wake up. The sun is up, so I'm up.
I'm already outside painting.
Bot, did you do that?
Do what?
Your pigtails, you do realize now, are tied together in the back.
Oh, that's weird. My parents would scold me terribly for having bad set of hair, but I guess I'm not with them now. And I go to like reach back, or I reach the top and kind of like just flatten it out. They're like, yeah, it's good enough.
Yep. So you kind of flatten it, and you kind of pull the little
tighter,
yeah. And then they just you're good to go.
Rubius gets up.
Perfect.
Rubius gets up and says,
Oh, well, you know what they say. The early bird gets the small pink dirt snake. That's what they say.
I haven't heard that before, but hey, I haven't been to a lot
quite the
of
common
places.
expression.
I think that's wrong as well.
Oh.
So you make your way above deck, and you get through the majority of the day. And as you go, you are starting to move in the midst of several larger islands now. And as you stay on the heading that Cook gives you, you pass by maybe about 100 yards away, about 300 feet.
Oh boy.
From one of the islands, and you can all roll perception, who cares to, who are keeping an eye out on the island.
18.
I'm studying the people around me.
You notice some
16.
rustling. You both notice some rustling on the shore. And then you begin to hear what sounds like music or singing as a creature kind of flies out and lands on the sand of the shore and begins to sing this beautiful melodious song.
Beautiful.
Plug ears. I read about this in a book. Actually, I was told about it.
Oliver immediately plugs his ears.
I don't have any ears. What shall I do?
Why would we plug our
It's
ears?
so beautiful.
Ray's kind of like yelling because she can't hear anything,
Okay.
but she doesn't understand, but she'll follow.
Who is covering their ears and who is not?
I'm holding my binoculars. Can't do that.
Yeah, I'll cover my ears. I'd be close enough to for it to
Okay.
that.
So those of you covering your ears, please roll a wisdom save with advantage.
What? After you?
Oh boy.
Goodness.
That one's cocked.
Okay.
That was big.
Not much better.
17.
Okay.
Wisdom save?
Yep.
Yes, wisdom save.
21.
21. Ray,
8.
Ooh.
with advantage.
Yep.
Is this magic?
This is a magical melody.
20.
Okay, you pass as well.
I beat you.
Rubius, go ahead and roll normally. As you are in the... Have you made your way to the crow's nest by now? Yep.
Oh no.
Wisdom saving throw, you said?
Yeah.
That is an 18.
18. You are enraptured by the noise, but you keep your binoculars fixed on this creature, which, as you now look, has the face of a woman, long golden hair, and arms that stretch out to claws that has wings going down to its side, and
Not my kind of woman.
and her chest is bare, and
This feels wrong of me. Put these away. I assure you, I was looking at your face, and I looked down. I will not intrude.
it gives way to feathers which collect and cover her from the waist down, and her feet end in basically bird legs. And so,
I have never been so scared and aroused.
Morthos, what did you roll?
At the same time.
16. So in the midst of all of you kind of hearing this beautiful sound and stilling yourselves, you all hear a psh as Ray dives into the water and starts swimming towards the harpy.
Guys, my dad's calling me. Or is it my mom? I don't know. We have to follow, though.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good.
Come on, guys. Follow me.
Somebody save her.
Oh boy.
Would Morthos know what a harpy is?
Roll a history check.
This is 100 yards.
Yeah, how close is
Uh,
this?
Probably
300
not
feet
with
away.
an 8.
300 feet.
She does have a
Oh, I want to.
swim speed, so she's able to move at her normal.
I instantly telepathically talk to her.
How far away is she? The harpy?
The harpy's about 300 feet away.
Yes, I know. I wish to take the heavy crossbow out and fire a warning shot at it angled way up to try and get it to go away.
Okay, so you kind of
Oh,
fumble
boy.
with your crossbow, and you kind of look at it for a second,
If she arrives at that beast, she'll be killed.
and then as you kind of determine your mind what you want to do,
The hunt is afoot.
as he says that, he with unnatural precision kind of readies it and just shoots it straight in the air, and it, rather than going way off, it just slides right past her head, and you weren't even trying to do
How
that.
high is the boat from the water?
The water is about 10 feet off of the waves.
How far did Ray get?
Ray is currently 30 feet away.
So I will immediately run, literally jump off the boat, and I will run across the water and get in front of her.
Okay, so you watch as Morthos runs, jumps off of the boat, and rather than sinking beneath the waves, his feet immediately catch, and there's a flash of arcane energy, and he just runs straight across the top of the water, and you get in front of Ray.
Ray, stop! You must stop! Stop! Stop, my child! Stop!
But this is what we were talking about. This is what Killian told me, and I mean, why wouldn't I go to this island? It's where my answers lie. And do you hear that beautiful singing? Oh my goodness, I wish I could sing like
Ray,
that.
Ray, snap out of it. Snap out of it. I do not know why you are so intent on going to this island, but you must stop.
I need you to make the save again. It is a wisdom save
Does
again.
the arrow disrupt the song?
The arrow does not disrupt the song.
Just pissed her off. That's
She kind of looks and kind of gets behind a rock and continues singing.
12.
And it's enough.
Yes.
As you
Level
listen
2,
to
baby.
Morthos plead with you, the song begins to lose its effect on your mind, and you realize that Morthos is walking on the water right in front of you.
Whoa. How did you do that? That song is pretty, but this is amazing.
Yes, I will explain it to you later. We must get back to the ship.
Okay.
Back to the ship.
I trust you more than... Yeah, I trust you.
And so Ray turns around. And by the way, when she's swimming, her head never comes out of the water. She's just face down the whole time, swimming without any, yeah, exactly. And so she turns around and just starts going right back towards the boat. And Morthos, you just kind of jog behind her as she reaches the boat and climbs back up. And you kind of jump up and get there at the same time she does.
Why couldn't I go to that pretty singing island?
Well, do you know what it is?
I have no idea, but I just know it's not wise for one of us to run ahead. I learned this the hard way when...
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that why we have...
Once I had this really foolish member who decided to run hundreds of feet in front of the rest of us, and it was not
It sounds like he just did what he was told.
So, Rubius, you should listen to this too. That there was a common harpy. Harpy.
Oh, her voice sounded like a harp, like the instrument.
Well, it doesn't
it
if
was-
you pass your check. She's really trying to sing you to your death.
I saw it, and I warned her with a nice crossbow bolt.
That's how they get their meat, I guess.
She's an enemy of a nom.
She's an enemy
Thank
of
you, Morthos.
everything.
Rubius looks at you and says,
How could you breathe in the water? Is that what I saw? You see, it's very common in the frogs. I believe they call it being ambidextrous.
Yep.
I see. What does the harpy actually need from us?
Nothing. It wants to kill.
You think it just
and
wants
eat us?
to
So
eat
this
us?
island is just full of
Tell me
harpies and no
later.
one else goes there?
And Oliver pulls. He actually knocks on the captain's quarters.
What of you fools is Captain!
Oh yeah, Captain. How are you?
Yes, I'm well. What can I do for you?
Can I come into my room? Your room?
Yes, you may come into my quarters.
Thank you. And he rifles through one of the corners, brings out a map of the Sea of Endless Stars, runs back out to you guys, opens it up, finds about where we are, and he points to this little archipelago island. He goes, see, that's Harpy Island. Harpies are there,
So it is an island of
and
harpies.
they just kill things.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, the siren song was certainly drawing me in, but I did not dive in like you.
Well, I heard the answers that I was looking for.
Which were?
Well, at first I heard my dad calling me, like, follow me, this is where you find your answers, kind of a thing. And then I thought I saw my great-grandfather, Mordecai, and I was like, psh, why would Morty be there on that island? And then I heard my mom calling me about the destiny and everything. And then Morthos was all of a sudden in front of me, and I was like, what the heck is Morthos doing here? And then what distracted me was the fact that he was walking on the water.
Oh,
and
stick. Gotta respect the stick.
Yeah,
I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. No, we saw what happened after that. So,
Oh,
But after that, did everyone catch him walking on water?
that was so cool. I wish I could walk underwater. I mean, I can breathe underwater, but I can't really walk on top of water.
Tama, you can breathe underwater?
Oh, yeah, all storm giants can. You see, some of us live deep, deep, deep down in the ocean, like fathoms down, like 20 fathoms, 30 fathoms, 40 fathoms, 50 fathoms.
I think we get the point.
All
We
right,
get
yeah.
the point.
Yep.
We get
Oh,
the
okay,
point.
okay. And then some of us live on mountains that are really,
Now,
really tall.
real quick, young lady.
Yeah, what's up?
Real quick, young lady. You do know not to believe what you just saw and told us, yes? The harpy was drawing you in.
Well, I realize that now.
Forget what she told you. Don't rest your hopes and dreams and laurels
He's
on
quite
that.
right.
So,
Okay.
another thing we have to
But-
watch out for?
Also, I can spend some time and utilize the water to stay alive as well. Over time, the
yeah?
Vedokin have obtained that adaptation. Yes.
So we have two people that can breathe underwater,
not me.
and we have two people that can walk on top of water.
Who can walk on top of water besides Morthos?
Oh, me.
You can walk on top of water? Show us, show us, show us!
Oh yeah, I saw
Oh, those are some quite.
I saw some
nifty
items you
tricks.
people had that could possibly be.
Did you get a ring from a diminutive little singing mermaid as well?
I did not.
Oh, because that's where I got mine. Yeah.
So you have the ring that allows you to walk on water.
Yeah, it's right here.
Intriguing.
I'm a cat. I don't really like water. Why would I want to go in?
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, naturally.
But a singing mermaid? That's so cool. I wish on our adventures we can see a
Now
singing
listen,
mermaid.
I could take us back there.
Oh, yes, please!
Now, Oliver,
Oh, well,
you said it was called Harpy Island.
Yeah, Harpy Island.
Now, is there a werewolf island nearby as well?
He looks
Or
at
maybe
his map.
something more dangerous that would warn us?
Is there anything near us?
There's actually nothing near you on the map except for the island that you are quickly approaching now. That cook comes out and stands at the fore of the ship, hands on his hips, and kind of turns to you and points, looks to you all and says, I give you Colchis. Ha!
Colchis.
Find a place to dock and get me to the center of the island. As I've paid, well, we'll pay you.
Right, yeah. You all heard the good man, the really good man who would never steer us in the wrong direction?
Never.
What time of day
Good
is it?
show. It is midday. About 3.
And to answer your question, no, there are no more dangerous islands. This one's actually not even on here.
Smashing news.
Before we go out on this island, I have to. I'd like to.
Do you need to relieve yourself?
No, I'd like to
I
actually
kinda have to pee,
give you all something that will help you if we get into a little bit of trouble.
And as I'm saying this, I'm casting good berry, and I make enough good berries for all of us.
I take it.
I
and
like good berries.
So don't eat this yet. This is only in worst case scenario. Well, good thing I made a couple extra. Here you go.
That was pretty good.
Don't eat it, please.
I won't.
Okay,
Now I know
all
what
right.
it tastes like it.
So these are.
Is it yummy?
So you have 9 good berries
Very.
left to distribute,
Yes. So all of us get one.
and then where do the other 3 go?
I'll hold on to 2. I'll give Morthos another one, and I'll give Ollie another one.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Wait, did I
this
get
one's yours.
These are if we get in trouble, and if you see somebody else get in trouble, you can kind of.
Young little person, where's mine?
Well, you said that we would be going out in front of you to clear the path. I think we'll need them more than you'll need them.
No.
Clearly.
I have 2. Bart, you're going to give him yours.
Bart hands it to you.
Yes, thank you. Quite.
We're good. Yeah, he's a good man.
Ollie, that was a gift from me to you.
I know, I
but
appreciate
it's all,
it so
it's all right.
much.
It's okay. My
but-
feelings are a bit hurt, but
Mr. Cook here, he's been nothing but helpful and nice and competent and
Um,
kind and
Ollie-
generous
Ollie,
and
come-
loving.
come over
this
here
entire time.
And I grab like his upper thigh, and I'm like,
let's walk over
yeah,
here
let's
for a
go over
second.
there.
Yeah.
Are we making a truce?
Yeah. Ollie, Captain, I think maybe it's best not to trust everybody with your whole heart all the time.
I don't all the time.
Just
him.
Well, probably shouldn't do that with him. I got a weird feeling about him, and
No.
yeah, just a tad one.
No. Yeah,
Just-
yeah, no, yeah.
Well, I
It's not
say
me.
let's move along and find the place to dock. Well, the thing is about this island, it changes. So
Interesting.
Can you
every
elaborate? What do you mean by changes?
every time that one arrives, well, it's a new test, a trial to arrive at its center.
A new adventure?
A new adventure.
You
Yes.
don't say.
Yes, and well, I have been here before. I did not succeed in reaching its center, and I need to obtain the goal of just arriving there, you know, and just claiming the victory of
I get it.
defeating the island.
Out
and at
with
the
it.
center is where your item is.
Oh, the magic compass, right?
Yes.
Oh, that will be so
Yes,
much
a
fun.
companion of mine unfortunately went there and never returned. So I'm sure you'll find it.
What's at the center?
Why are we not checking this guy's? Is nobody gonna insight things that are?
No,
I'm
he
going
seems
to,
legit.
but I also would like to
I
know
like
if
Mr. Cook a lot.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We're good judges of character.
Absolutely.
Yes, young lady, you can stand right next to me
Okay, sir.
and protect me.
Okay.
Oh, it's actually very important. What were you saying again about
so.
him?
So I rolled a 24 on my insight, but also I'm wondering if it might be best to start new in the morning. Is it still going to be here in the morning, or is it like is it?
We can wait if you prefer to cower in fear, little one, but
I'm not afraid. I'm just trying to be smart about it.
sure, food me. I say we move in and we find the dock and continue along. on the adventure. The story awaits.
adventure.
Right, you peons.
I don't know. I think Killian's really
Eons.
smart. I think we should listen to him.
Maybe we take a vote.
What about a boat?
I vote
vote.
for Killian.
Anybody else want
It's
to
not
wait
a
till the morning?
democracy.
It has
Oliver,
always
Forward.
been better to wait until morning.
Ah, the captain said forward.
Ollie.
I'm
Ali.
really at a crossroads here.
Ali,
I know it's my ship, but it's his ship. But it's mine.
it's yours.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
100%?
Yes.
Okay. Is that the dock over there, though?
so as you approach the island, you find that there are in fact no docks. It's surrounded by a massive cliff face,
That is insanely high.
Whoa.
it, akin to cliffs of insanity.
Oh, that makes sense.
And as you approach, there is a bit of an outcropping where a boat could dock.
Huh? Yeah. What do you think? Yeah.
But in order to scale the cliffside would require an enormous amount of strength.
Would one say strength?
Are you sure acrobatics would not help?
Say that again?
Are you sure acrobatics would not help?
I am sure.
I mean,
Well then,
This is someone who
consider me out.
would be quite athletic.
I can dock us over there. That's a natural bluff point there.
Yes.
And
but
as you approach and look up, you do think that about 120 feet up, there is something else on the top of the cliff overhanging it, but you would need to climb up to get
Now,
there.
I might be able to climb because of my claws, but I also need to kind of dock the ship, so maybe someone else?
Now, how about this, alright? We affix a rope to a crossbow bolt, shoot it through a tree, and we pull ourselves up.
To a tree?
There's something up there to grapple on.
It's an insanely tall cliff. A
It is
cliff.
a very
it may
tall.
cause
I'm an
insanity.
insanely good shot.
I think this may be a task for the strongest of us
Oh,
here.
very
Oh,
well.
I'm strong.
And
And I bear my guns. But how would I get all you guys up?
I don't know.
Just
maybe
piggyback ride and
maybe
climb?
maybe that outcropping up there. Like here's something. I don't know. Feels like
how
a
high is
plot
the
device.
outcropping?
It just something is barely noticeable at the top of the cliff. It's not really.
About how high up would it be?
It's about 120, 130 feet away.
Is this something that we could maybe fasten a rope to help us up?
We can make
Anyone
like a pulley system.
I mean, if she climbs up and we give her a rope, maybe she can get to the top, affix it, and we can climb up.
Well, if you have a climbing speed, you can just go up a wall, right?
You can in a normal circumstance, but this this cliff face is, it's because of the degree of its length would still require an athletics check.
Do we have a rope that's long enough though? Because these cliffs are really tall.
I mean,
Tied them
I have a rope.
I have not brought all the useful gear that I should have. But I do have coffee if you'd like some.
Oh yes,
JB's
please!
Java, the freshest beans around.
I take like a little shot
Could
of coffee.
I make a perception
Let's
check?
climb!
If there's anything at certain intervals going up that
Sure.
would be helpful? Uh, 17.
All rock.
Right.
So it just needs something to just climb it.
Ray is gonna, having her shot of coffee, she's gonna attempt to start climbing up the the rock face, holding Ollie's rope in her hand.
I'm going to change into an animal.
Okay.
I'd like to change into some kind of small climbing animal, like a squirrel or chipmunk.
Okay.
And I would like to go alongside her as she climbs.
Okay. That is exactly what you do.
What?
And so you turn into a chipmunk,
A shapeshifter among us.
Did everyone see that?
and you watch as he
I see.
gets even smaller
Holy moly.
into the shape of a chipmunk, something you've never seen before.
How did he disappear?
I have no idea.
And the adorable animal before you is something new.
And the large-cheeked rodent has replaced him.
But no, stop it. It's our friend.
And so you go ahead and you both begin climbing. I need you both to roll an athletics check.
Oh boy.
And because of so the way I'm handling this, because you have a climbing speed, you can do so with advantage. As a squirrel.
Squirrel.
That's good, because I'm going to need all I
Oh, nice.
That would be a crit.
Is that a double crit?
No.
Oh.
So you both go
So
and
it's
you make
actually
it.
an 18.
You make it halfway up. As Ray, your muscles are beginning to feel the fatigue of the climb. You each can roll it again.
I don't know. I asked about it, but nobody said anything.
I do too.
So they're just climbing it now.
16.
16.
You both make it to the top.
Teamwork.
And at the top, there are several things that you notice. First of all, you immediately see a large stone carving of a serpent wrapped around a staff that is kind of sitting at the top of the cliff. Next to that, there is what looks to be a large wooden elevator system that is moved to the side. That is the thing that you saw barely protruding that can be shifted over and lowered down to the bottom. Beyond that, a path goes off into a very lush and very dense jungle that is full of, well, all manner of sounds and chirps and birds that are, well, more numerous than you can see.
So Ray's gonna pick up the little chipmunk and put him on my shoulder and like scratch his head a little, and then she's gonna run over to the outcropping elevator thing and push on it with all her might.
Okay, so it swings out, and the large basket that it is holding up is clearly over the edge of the cliff, and there is a lever there that seems to operate forward to lower and back to draw the mechanism up.
She'll push it forward.
It drops down to the bottom, and Oliver, you have succeeded in affixing the boat to an outcropping of rocks there, and you all, including Cook, get in the basket and are raised to the top. You arrive at the top, and you all see the same things that they saw before.
Did you guys see me climb that cliff? That was so cool! I went up so tall!
Quite impressive.
Quite impressive.
Thank you!
You see a small little squirrel-type chipmunk on the shoulder as well.
Oh, I just didn't want him to get stepped on with the basket coming up and so many people, and he was so tiny. I was afraid he was going to get stepped on.
I run over to somebody who's holding a staff, and I start nudging it as she's telling the story of how we got up there.
Okay, very
And
good.
then I change back.
Turn back into...
Well, I am certainly glad that you are with us, for I could not have walked up this cliff for sure.
Oh, your coffee helped a lot. With that little boost of coffee, I could do anything.
I'm telling you what, it is the truth.
Absolutely. Although it is still a little bitter for my taste. I like sugar stuff.
Now hold on. What is it that we see in front of us right now? What is that right there?
Oh, I don't know.
Did you touch anything?
Just the lever, sir.
Sir?
Something's wrong. It's gone quiet.
Usually means a predator.
It's too quiet.
How far away is the forest from us?
This is what happens when
The
the
jungle.
GM accidentally closes the sound.
So what was actually up there?
Oh, never mind.
Birds and trees.
There's a staff
Staff.
that has a snake wrapped around it.
Yep, and then
It's like a
Oh.
statue,
a path going into the forest.
and then a path going into the forest.
I will
Jungle.
walk closer to the staff.
You do so? Care to do anything else?
Yeah. Well, I will. I would like to investigate it from afar first.
Sure.
So good. Such a good roll. 12.
It seems to be a stone statue. From your experience and study, it looks to be made of white marble.
It is a phenomenal piece of stonework. I'll walk closer to it, right up next to it.
As you do so, you see that the make of this is clearly something that was not chiseled. It, given your familiarity with molding earth and shaping stone, it clearly was magically shaped.
This here protrusion coming out of the ground is not natural. It is of a magical source. Oliver, have you been here before?
Not once, but Mr. Cook has. I'm sorry, Captain Cook.
Cook, sir.
Yes.
What does this location represent?
I don't know. It's different than the last time I was here. It's different every time, so I've been told. Meant to test those who arrive at its shores, which in itself is a feat, which I have accomplished for us by getting us here.
Well, I have 2 feet.
That you do, young Ray. And so it is for us to move forward into the center following the path. I would recommend that you would not stray far off the beaten path.
Ray starts skipping along the path.
Yes, jolly.
Come on, guys!
I would highly recommend if one of us has a very high passive perception, perhaps, to walk in front instead of you, Ray. I appreciate your willingness to charge forward, but this is an unknown territory, and we should probably have somebody who is.
Well, I'm quite sneaky, and I can see even despite my my shortness. I like to see it as a gift, not a disability. So I'm okay with going up front, and I would like to have a little bit of support from the stronger in our group as well, though. As I look around,
I can put you on my shoulders, and then you won't be short, and you'll be taller than me, and you'll be able to see everything. And then if something happens, I can just put you down, and I can protect you.
You're right. It must be a gift. And I'm still standing at the staff. I'll do mold earth and see if I can remove the staff by removing stone around the base of it.
As you cast the magic, the dirt around the stone moves. The staff is also made of stone. It's all one structure, one carving, and the dirt moves, but the stone itself remains unaffected.
Ooh, this is not normal stone.
What does that mean?
It means that my magic should have been able to adjust the shape of this here rock, and it did not. Perhaps there's more to this location than Mr. Cook has.
do I know anything
let
about
on?
the snake that's on it?
It
Is it
seems to
a-
just be a almost like a cobra. It has a large flailed kind of neck at the top as it is woven around the staff, and its head is kind of out up over the staff, almost looking down at those who behold it.
Cook. Captain Cook.
Yes, Oliver.
Does that magical rock statue mean anything to you?
As I've explained already, The island is different every time. I've not seen this before. We had a different set of challenges.
What was it last time?
Oh, there was some magical skullduggery that we had to deal with, and some feats of strength and acrobatics and agility, and I think there was a riddle at one point that I solved. I suggest we continue moving forward. In fact, can we please just get on with it already? You're tiring me with your nonsensical prattling.
I think the good captain is correct. We should move forward. We can't possibly know what this means.
I just don't know what we're in a hurry for. We could miss something on this island that we really do need to survive. He said people die here. Perhaps they are too hasty in their forward progress.
He also said that it's a magical island that keeps moving, so I'd kind of like to know where we are.
Maybe this is just
a
a marker of the path in front of us. Just kind of saying, here I am, I'm a snake around a staff. Come on in.
It's probably. Oh, I almost went your voice there. It's probably right. Yeah.
All right. Well, yes.
Here I am. I'm a.
Perhaps this is the marker for
the beginning of our journey.
What this island is currently.
Maybe the snake represents the topsy-turvy, twisty-turny path we have to take.
Oh, maybe. I know in some mythologies it means healing.
Oh, that's true. Like a caduceus.
I don't know what that is.
Is there anything else around, or is it just the path?
The jungle is now essentially stretches out over the entirety of what you can see of the island, except for a path that goes into the heart of the jungle.
Come on, guys, let's go.
All right, I just can't help but feel like we're missing something.
Would you feel better if I stayed in the back with you?
If you stayed with me and Bart was at the front, that would be fantastic.
I can walk backwards.
Kildrick.
I can also walk backwards.
Rubius!
He died a long time ago.
Yes. Fish food. Okay, Rubius has started walking forward, just looking with his binoculars, and all the animals saying, I'm right at home.
And you see beautiful tropical birds that are fluttering around the canopy. You see what look to be some primates playing with different fruits in the trees. You hear the sound of all manner of creatures, some hooting and hollering, some cawing and screeching. It is a veritable Amazonian jungle filled with life and sound.
Rubius gets out his journal and just starts writing down notes about everything he's seeing as he's walking.
I want to throw a stone at the snake. Not one of my stones, but just one I pick off the ground.
Okay. There aren't many stones on the ground. There's a dirt, but you are able to find a stone, and you just toss it at the snake.
Right at its face.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Ooh, that's not very good.
Well, you are trying to strike an inanimate object.
This would be an unarmed strike?
No, this would be just add your dexterity modifier to it.
Oh, how's a 7?
The rock sails past the snake over the cliff and disappears into the waters below.
Good.
Actually, after a while, you hear as it sounds like it hit into some wood.
Oh, you hit my ship. What the hell, man?
That was. I'm just trying to see if this is gonna react to touch. Right? None of us has touched it yet.
Touch it.
Well, no, that doesn't seem like a good idea.
Rubius is continuing to walk down the path.
Oh, he's going in?
Why are you so far away? Come on! The hunt is afoot!
All right.
The adventure's
Hey,
afoot.
Rubius, let's wait for the party, okay? We'll be right there.
The party is being slow.
All right. Well, I just think the snake's gonna do something.
It can't do something if we're not near it.
Well, then let's get going.
I like
Everybody agree? Anybody else want to linger?
Nope. I'm going.
I'm ready.
Well, I am interested further in this, but you just almost threw a rock at my head
Well,
since I was
I'm
standing
sorry.
right here.
Normally, I'm better with rocks. I don't know what happened, but
I'll look closer at the snake. Is there any writing or anything on this thing?
There's nothing.
just touch it. Touch a snake.
I will grab the staff right below the snake.
You grab the
Okay,
shaft.
okay, Killian, you are the speaker.
No, I didn't say that. That was in
you
my
are
head.
the speaker.
that was in my head. I didn't say that to you.
You grab the.
Yeah, try to wiggle it free.
You got a nice firm grip on the.
He firmly grasps the shaft
with
around
one
which
hand.
the
Only one.
You
hand.
hear
snake is
Rubius in the
coiled.
distance. Yeah.
Only one hand.
It is cold to the touch.
Ooh. It's not moving. I then placed my second hand.
Oh boy.
Just like this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to pull it out of the ground like the sword in the stone.
Okay. As you caress the
It is firmly in there.
the hilt of the shafted pole,
Mm-hmm.
around which the elongated flaccid snake.
I thought you said it was solid marble.
Well, I mean, the snake is.
So it was
presenting-
hard. The staff was hard.
The stone is quite, yes.
Okay.
hard.
All right. Good Lord. And it didn't move. Nothing happened.
Nothing happens.
It did not respond to your touch.
Oh, Killian, I think that it's fine. If you want to inspect, it's fine. I did not die upon grasping the rod.
It remained firm.
I am now up there with Rubius. I turn around, I point my finger at Killian, and in his head I hear, "Are you here? Come on, let's go." Nothing happened.
Okay. I think
All
Did
right.
you
Yeah,
message him?
There's nothing
Yep.
here. It must just be a sign. Let's go.
So you continue down the path, and after about 5 minutes of walking, and the sounds continue, and the light begins to dim, you approach a end of the path, which the forest and the path itself seem to just run up and abut a giant chasm. And the chasm is about 50 feet wide, and you see about 50 feet away that the path continues. However, there is no means of getting to the other side readily visible. It's just a giant gap that exists.
Oh, I can knock down a tree and make a bridge.
And I go to push on a tree really hard.
Roll an athletics check.
$22.
You push, and there's a loud crash of the tree as you break it off of its base, and it falls and just tumbles down into the chasm, only covering about half of the distance.
Ray, your spatial reasoning is terrible there. That was like a 20-foot tree.
It looked bigger.
That's what she
I
said.
thought it would work.
Yeah, no.
Branches were trimmed. Made the tree look bigger.
I want to look around to see if there's anything like any evidence that somebody else has crossed this path before.
Roll a perception check.
18.
There's no evidence of anything that you see.
JB,
Yeah.
you deal in illusions? Can you make your illusions real? Could you pretend there's a bridge there, and then there is a bridge there?
Yeah, like if we believe in the illusion.
Like we did with my wheel before.
Yeah, I thought really hard on that, and it worked.
I actually, I got a headache afterwards. Yeah, but it worked.
Well, my thoughts on the matter are this. No,
Oh, okay.
I cannot do that. I'm working towards it, yes, of course, but
It'd be really useful right now, yeah.
It could be.
it
Maybe
would be
we can.
fantastic.
You said this is about 50 feet?
And Ray, did you push over a tree?
I did push over a tree.
In towards like it's now like sticking out?
No, it fell
just
down
tumbled.
the chasm.
It was only a 20-foot tree. It just did not help.
Maybe we can tie a rope and then we could swing across like a monkey. And we could do it like sometimes that's what we did. My dad would always put like little like circular rubber things at the end, and he would push me really high, and I would go so far. But maybe we could get pushed really far and then jump the rest of the way.
Actually, could you like, I don't know. I mean, Mr. Killian.
Yes, sir.
You turned into a squirrel.
Mm-hmm. I did do that.
Could you turn into like a bird? Away from Bot?
No, I can't do that.
Oh man.
Ray, how strong are you?
Pretty strong.
Do you think you can hold me out with your arms?
I lift up Morthos.
She picks me up, no problem.
Without any problem.
Can you hold me out 5 feet? Like 5 feet over the chasm. Just dangle me out. It is fine.
What are
Trust
you
me.
doing, man?
I hold him out 5 feet over the
Oh,
chasm.
please be careful. Please be careful.
Oh, I got a good grip on him.
And as soon as she does, I have my echo come out 15 feet in front of me. I tell him to run 30 feet across, and as soon as he gets to the other side, I snap.
I dropped him! Oh my goodness, what happened to Morthos?
And
He's
so,
not in my hands
Ray,
anymore!
as you're holding him, all of a sudden his entire body begins to glow, and 15 feet in front of him, there is a transfer of radiant light, and you see the form of what looks to be a woman with a tight ponytail that kind of comes down in the back. She looks to have very tight-fitting kind of robe, almost like a monk's outfit. And there is radiant light that kind of falls off around her. And she appears and looks back at Morthos, kind of nods, and then begins sprinting forward with the arms behind her. And as soon as she appears on the other side, Morthos kind of snaps his fingers exactly like he did while you held him, and then he's gone, and he is in the place of the radiant spectral image of the woman, and the woman is gone. Morthos, as your eyes kind of take in the world again around you, you look and you see that there is behind a tree on the outcropping another lever that was hidden from view from where you were.
I'd like to investigate, check it for traps.
Go ahead and roll your perception check.
Right. 15.
15. It looks like it is not trapped.
Then I will, good old Morthos fashion, let's pull the lever.
Okay. As you pull the lever, there is a rumble in the ground beneath you.
There's a rumble in the jungle.
And from just below the lip of the chasm, there is a stone walkway that begins to extend. Ooh. And just below that, which you don't see, but the rest of you see, there is a portion of the cliff face that slides to the side, and you see another white marble carving of what looks to be a giant bird with outstretched wings, perched as if to soar across the chasm.
I mean, yeah, he just unlocked a land bridge, but what the hell was that?
I thought I dropped him for a second, but it was like he just disappeared out of my arms. But then there's like this woman that came out of nowhere. What is with that? That was so cool. I wish I could do that.
I'm gonna walk over there and talk to him.
Perhaps we should go one at a time on the bridge, though.
Yeah, whatever. I'm over.
Oh, okay.
I start walking over.
I'll go next.
Is there a way to get down to that eagle thing?
It is below. It's below the extended bridge, about 10 feet below, on the other side.
In like a cavern in the cliff?
It's kind of a it's like it's into the cliff face. It was revealed for you.
How long have you been able to do that?
It's been a couple of months.
This is new.
Half a year, maybe?
It is no magic that I've ever seen.
That was so cool, but why was there a girl there?
Yeah.
Yes.
She was beautiful.
She was glowing, like your eyes.
She was really glowing.
She was aggressively annoying, if you ask me.
That woman is the reason I possess the power I do currently.
Oh, wow.
Unfortunately, she gave her life
Oh, no.
for me to possess this power.
She sounds like an amazing person. I wish I could meet her one day. But I'm so glad that she saved you because you're just so cool, Morty.
All right, where to now? We over?
The path continues forward.
So you know what's kind of cool with the eagle? So we had to like fly over the chasm just like that. So maybe the carving with the snake and then the eagle, it shows like how we pass things, like the test. Maybe it's the testing.
Oh, yeah, like a marker.
Yeah.
But the marker is always after the test.
Yeah, which is, I wonder if maybe the person who helped accomplish the task, if they would touch the marker, if something would happen.
Oh, I can hang Morty down 10 feet and he can try to touch it.
Yeah, maybe Killian should have touched that rod staff earlier.
Well, I think it would have been
Or
Ray, yeah, who would have gotten that one, because that's like climbing up the
something
mountain.
that you could climb down to?
I was unable to affect the staff.
Then I kind of like his reasoning. I will attempt to climb down to it and touch it.
Okay. You don't have a climbing speed.
I do.
You do.
Yep.
Oh, they give you a climbing
Yes,
speed too.
so yes.
So you watch as
Ridiculous.
he walks towards the cliff, and he doesn't reach down to climb. He just steps down and starts walking down the side.
Wow, you are very cool.
And then you go up to the statue.
Now I must investigate more.
And I'm gonna, I saw that nobody got hurt, or at least the person that touched it last time. I'm just gonna touch it to see if anything happens.
Okay. You touch the outstretched wing of the bird. Nothing happens.
All right. Then I'll climb back up.
Okay. You
What
climb
the
up.
hell?
Rubius has somehow
I,
snuck past all of you and is well down the path. Come on!
Rubius, as you move
boy.
along the path,
Goodbye.
it completely darkens,
Oh, that's not good.
and in fact, the trees fade, and you find yourself in a tunnel that is obscured with a thick fog. As you continue forward, I need you to roll an acrobatics check for me.
Oh, that's a critical fail.
You really kill all your characters, man.
With advantage?
No.
Oh,
See ya.
okay.
And so
He's looking through the binoculars the wrong
you're
way.
looking through the binoculars, and as you move forward, you hear a sing, and
I'm dead.
the front portion of your binoculars fall off.
No, they're broken.
Good thing I know mending.
That's the thing you remember.
And as you stop, you just see a cloud in front of you.
Strange. What should I do?
What do you do?
I'm gonna turn back and see if I can see the party behind me.
You see a cloud behind you.
Guys. Come on out. The joke's over. Guys.
Do we hear
can
him?
we
Do
hear
we
him?
see? Do we see or hear him
You
anywhere?
hear nothing.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Gotta
boy.
move forward.
Oh
Well,
no.
the notes told me to
Oh,
press
no.
on. So on we go. And he's going to focus as hard as he can on his surroundings to detect anything like that's going to come out at him and slowly begin to move forward again.
Roll an acrobatics check with advantage.
Oh, okay. That's 23.
As you focus, I need you to roll one more acrobatics check.
Okay. Doesn't seem fair.
With advantage, again,
Okay, good.
because you are focusing and,
Oh,
and
thank the Lord.
taking your time.
Dice are not kind. Natural 20.
So this time, as you focus, there's almost a supernatural sense of the sounds and the you feel the movement in the air. And as you steady yourself, you hear a sound and you duck and roll forward. As you do, there's another as two giant clamps extend forth and seek to smash you. You catch and you do a flip forward, and you take two more steps. As spikes go up on the ground, you run across the wall, jump to the other side of the wall, continue forward, and as another blade comes across, you kind of slide on your knees underneath it as it goes right past your face. You stand up, and the pathway opens, and the mist is gone, and you turn around, and you now see a lever and a set of mechanisms that is controlling this contraption of traps and spikes and things that are meant to eviscerate those who go through the tunnel.
Grab it.
Yep.
Slam it down.
Pull the lever, the contraption stops, the mist fades, and a door reveals what looks to be a small, fuzzy creature with little ears that are kind of down, 4 legs. It's laying down in grass. It looks to have cotton all over its body. It's very interesting.
Is it a sheep?
It isn't.
Have I found my sheep?
It isn't in
looks-
fact a young lamb lying
He
down.
looks back at everybody. Can I see them in the distance now?
You can now see them, and you
Tell
have...
me you saw that! That was crazy!
So what? We were just
I
trying to
saw
catch
you-
up to you.
I was shooting around.
Are you sure, Rubius? You don't seem to be a kind of person that shoots around. You went off wandering by yourself, and we were trying to follow you, and we were screaming your name, and you didn't respond.
That's
How
all
far
true,
ahead
yeah.
were you?
Please, boy, tell us what happened.
All I know was that spikes and clamps and things threatening to rip me asunder. I dodged them all. And here I am.
Did we see that?
I was gonna say, did we
happen?
see them on the path? Like
As
I
the
hope not.
as the mist has receded, it's just a smooth stone tunnel.
So we saw nothing. Yep.
It was completely shrouded
Yeah.
in
Love it.
mist.
I love the story that you told us.
It's pretty
but
good. Could I actually use it?
Oh,
Make sure you write that down, Ollie. Of course, the followers would want to hear about it.
I mean, and I did, 27 somersaults through the air to get here as well.
It was cute. Yes. Yes. Cute.
Ollie can
Mine.
make a great story. I mean, you told it, you made it up pretty well, but I think Ollie can do a better job with it. Because, that is his profession.
Well, undoubtedly,
Yes,
which
I
is
mean,
why
if
he's
you're
here.
going to embellish your story, you might as well get a bard to do it for you.
Oh,
I-
absolutely.
I
Embellish
agree.
is not a word I'd use. I'd just say adding flavor.
Oh, I like it.
That is why I hire you.
They add salt and pepper. I bring my own salt and pepper.
So as you guys have made your way through the tunnel, there is a brief clearing, and the tunnel continues on, and it is now steps that are descending upwards. It's all made of stone, and it's all white marble. And you continue forward until you reach what appears to be a pinnacle of some sort, and you begin to plateau and move forward, now entirely surrounded by a corridor of stone. Smooth, white stone. As you move forward on this pathway, which is only about 5 feet wide. Ray, you're kind of stooping to go through. The rest of you are able to stand up fully. Killian, you're just like so much room. Yes. And there is a doorway that you are approaching. The entire inside of this tunnel is somehow lit. There's no sconces, there's no torches, and yet it is bright. Well, it's dim light. When you get to the doorway, it is a brighter light, but it seems to be set alight by some flickering source. What you would think would be fire, though you'd have to approach the door to peer in.
So it's just the corridor until the door?
Yep.
And how close are we to the door now?
You're about 20 feet away.
And the stone in the hallway doesn't change in between here and there?
It's all white marble up to the doorway. The doorway does look to be some a wooden, like a brown, and then it's this light that you can kind of see. But when you look across, you see nothing.
Well, Rubius, you seem to have gotten us this far. Go right ahead. Check it out.
You are right. Goes forward a little bit.
Okay, you, Rubius, approach the door.
Oh no.
And Rubius, as you approach and stand at the precipice of the door, you immediately have your eye caught by several things. One, there is a large platform, circular in shape, that is adorned with several runes, as well as 5 candles, which seem to be giving off the light. The runes themselves are all flickering a yellowish color. On the other side is another pathway that leads to a door that is closed with a brown stone. And you see now that the reason why you didn't see anything as you approached is that on the other side of the wall, whereas the stone you were walking in was white marble, the other side is black marble, and was indistinguishable from darkness. The platform is held firm by 4 lengths of chain, which are anchored into the walls. However, there's a slight sway to the platform. Most disconcerting of all, Rubius, is an untold number of what appears to be skeletons that are flayed out in pieces, some whole, some broken, about 10 feet below this platform.
Without even subconsciously knowing it, the katana is drawn and the hand crossbow is in his other hand.
Okay. What is your marching order?
I'm second.
Okay. Who's next?
I'll be next.
Okay, Oliver's next.
Fine, Ray.
The person who doesn't have.
I'll go next.
Yep.
Morthos and
I'll go
JB?
after.
So I can't see in there yet?
You cannot.
Hey,
Cook in the
Rubius, what do you see up
Cook
there,
is in the
buddy?
backpack.
Cook is in the backpack.
Lots of death.
Well, that's not good.
Look below you.
Well, I can't see anything. I'm still in the hallway.
Well, when you get here, look below
how
you.
tall is the hallway above us?
It's about 7 feet.
I see.
7 feet tall above us, or 7
No,
feet total?
it's total 7 feet, which
Okay.
is why Ray
Ray's
is
crouching.
scooping slightly.
I see some sort of lamps.
I would take my echo out and stick them right next to me,
Okay, your echo is out and
behind me, in front of me.
essentially
whatever.
sharing your space as you see again this radiant female that's just kind of standing there, hands on her hips, just kind of looking out over Morthos' shoulder. And you see Morthos kind of look back and shake his head at her, and then she kind of shrugs her shoulders and just stays right next to him.
Well, hello, young lady. You think we should talk to the platform before we attempt to cross it?
Can we?
That's actually a really good idea. Yeah, should probably do that.
Well, can you describe the room a little bit for us, Rubius, before we go on
I'm not
in?
quite sure what I'm looking at. It's a pedestal of some kind. There's, like I said, tons of death below me and candlelight. That's all I see.
Is that
That's a good
all you
chapter
see?
title.
Sounds a little romantic.
Death and
Candlelight, you
candlelight.
said.
Are there any instructions?
There seem to be 4 floating arrows. all pointing to the center of the room.
Oh, maybe we should go out to the center of the room then.
But we have to land exactly in the
Go ahead.
middle.
Go ahead, Rubius. Check it out.
Now, come now.
We'll come behind you. Yeah.
Let us talk about this.
We do need to do something though, because my
I wanna move-
quads
I
and
wanna-
hamstrings are getting a little shaky.
I want to move up and see if I can see in the room. Move through all of them.
Crouching this whole time.
You can
Now,
do
if-
so,
if-
but you
if-
can't occupy the same spot. You'd have to enter onto the bridge that connects to the... It's a small little wooden footbridge that...
Look how cute my mini is.
Hey JP, there's like a ton
just
of like
wait till we
little.
get the guys that we can all
Yeah.
paint up and actually
Now, if
make
there's some
look
sort
like
of
you.
weighted mechanism, if you transformed into that small animal, perhaps
what-
you could bypass it.
Well, what are we trying to do?
When I get up there, I want to see what I want to see if I see anything differently.
You see everything I've described already.
I don't know what those runes say.
You do not.
Hey JP, there's some really funny squiggles. You should come up and see if you can read them.
That's probably a good idea. Yeah.
Some
Some
arcane
squiggles.
So I'll move
I don't
back.
know. It looks like scribbles.
I'll move back and let.
All
I'll
right.
relay that.
I do not
understand.
mind taking a look, but hold my hand, Rubius, as I lean forward.
Quite. I got you.
Don't actually touch me.
I haven't
Please,
got
please
you.
don't touch me. Yeah, so I'll take a look. Do I recognize any script here?
What languages do you speak?
All. In about 10 minutes, all of them. I speak Vedalken. Common. That's a good question. I didn't think it actually. Undercommon. For no reason at all.
So
I speak celestial, if that helps.
Oh, Elvish. Elvish, yeah.
you do not know this language, though it doesn't seem completely unfamiliar. It is something that in your arcane studies you've come across before, but you've had it either translated or you've used magical means to read it.
Well, I do think that I could read this using magic. And so, does anyone else know what this says?
I mean, I'll take a look.
I'll look.
I believe only one of you knows this language.
What language is it?
It is Infernal.
Oh boy.
I got nothing yet.
So
I
then
got
I guess
nothing.
at some point Morthos will walk up there as after everyone else has, and I walk into the room and see if I recognize it.
Do you need these to see it? Oh, never
No,
mind.
It'll be
cut in
alright.
half.
They're
It's
broken.
alright.
Okay. As you peer forth, you do recognize the writing, and as you seek to read around, you do make out the words. And the words say, through the flames and fires of hell, what colors they may be, lies the end to the path you seek, if you can defeat me.
So I turn around and relay all of that, word for word.
Oh, maybe we should change the candles' colors. Fire is red and yellow and blue and orange. And if we change all the colors, maybe then we'll get across.
Any
Yeah?
other ideas?
I don't know. That kind of makes sense to
I
me.
kinda
a
like
little
that.
bit, yeah.
Well, what colors do you need them to be?
Well, you have red fire and orange fire and yellow fire and blue fire and white fire.
I believe it's Roy G. Biv we're looking for here.
No, that's a rainbow. I know that because that's a storm.
Aren't those all colors there?
Well, yeah, but they're not colors of fire.
So you want to change the color of the flames?
I don't.
I mean, you said
It
through
said colors.
through
and
the
then-
flames of fire and of hell, what colors they may be, lies the path you may seek if you can defeat me.
colors of fire. The candles are literally colors
Oh
of
no,
fire.
we're gonna have to fight something.
I can't
Probably.
think. He starts chugging coffee out of his thermos.
Cook, does that mean anything to you?
No, perhaps if I cared to think about it, I could figure this out, but this is
Would you like
for
the-
you peons.
Didn't you figure out the riddle last time?
He's reading his book.
Man, he's so busy.
Should
He's
we
got so much
change
to
one of
do.
the flame colors?
Oh yeah, does someone know how to do that?
I can do that.
Oh,
Oh, then yes.
I was gonna say either that or I could just jump in the middle.
Let's do
Yeah,
both.
I think we should use your skill set here if we can. Yeah.
Oh well, because what should we do? Let's take a
Change the colors, lad.
what to what? In
Let's
what order?
let's start
Should we-
with red.
the red.
Yeah.
I look at the first one on the left. I change it to red.
Okay, so you look at the candle here,
Their methodology.
and the
I can change
The
the color of any flames. for a
light
minute.
flickers, and it changes to red. As you do so,
It's the smartest storm giant.
a skeleton materializes on the other side. It is covered in plate armor, and it has a red flaming skull.
Nice.
As you do so, its eyes kind of flicker with yellow piercing energy as it just smiles its bare toothy maw at you, and it brandishes an axe on its shoulder and points its hand out to you and just beckons you forward. And as it does so, you begin to notice the skeletons begin to move on the pile of bones below you.
Oh, interesting.
It's not normal. That's not normal.
As soon as he sees that, he will tell his echo to immediately run at the other
Okay.
skeleton.
So you move your echo
30 feet.
30 feet. The
Or
echo,
up to 30 feet.
your echo is right next to the skeleton.
You should use the little Sola mini for his echo.
I could do that.
That'd be fun.
And immediately we'll take an attack.
Yeah,
at it.
make your attack.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah. He's been waiting for this. So
Didn't you just make fun of the party for attacking first?
20. Oh, I critted. 26.
And he's dead.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
A whopping 5. So it would be 10.
Twice.
Oh, I guess I'll do it twice. You're right. So 8.
8.
So 13 total.
13 total. All right. The radiant energy slashes through the skeleton, and it passes through him without touching him.
Oh boy.
As soon as the skeleton appears, I would have jumped.
I need
right
everyone to roll initiative.
in front of him.
Here we go.
I don't like this.
All right. 21 and 25.
23.
Anyone else? 16 and 20.
Oh, this is great.
17.
Just wait until you find out what your barbarian rolled.
11 to 15.
13.
15 and 13.
Yep.
Okay. Ray?
7.
7.
8.
8.
Yup.
Okay.
Well, maybe we did it wrong.
As
idea.
your as your echo slashes through the skeleton, two hands pull themselves up as they emerge on either side of the platform, and they turn their heads kind of sickly in your direction, and then their bodies turn and follow suit, brandishing sword and shield, and you see more below them. As they step onto the runes, the one on the right erupts into red flames.
Well,
So he's a burning skeleton?
These ones all remain yellow. This one remains red.
the lights, you mean?
Yeah, the candles. So, what are you doing?
I'm gonna turn the flame back to its. I'm gonna remove
Okay.
the color of flame.
That is an action to do that
Yep.
because you are using thaumaturgy
Yep.
again. Okay. You flicker, it does not change.
Not change.
It's triggered.
Hmm.
Or we kill the guy who's the same color as the light, maybe.
Then I pull my shield out
my
and do
guess.
nothing because
Okay.
Morthos
Shield
is
is out.
confused as everything.
Rubius, all you hear is what sounds to be like the shuffling of bones, of dry bones coming to life. And you don't really see as much as hear. You kind of try to peek your head around through the door, and as you do so, you do get just the barest glimpse of a flaming skeleton and then another skeleton that is bearing its weapons and looking directly at Morthos.
I don't wish to alarm you all, but there seems to be trickery afoot.
And he holds a crossbow out and readies something. He says, "Don't make me do this. I do not want to hurt anyone." And he's just holding an action with the crossbow aimed at one of the skeletons.
Holding and
He doesn't
what-
want to shoot it yet.
What's the trigger for your action?
What is it?
What's the trigger for?
If it runs towards Morthos, he's
you
going to
will
shoot at
attack.
it.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
Killian, you hear Rubius exclaim this. You are in the back, so you can get to the front. You have 25 movement speed.
Yes.
You cannot. Morthos is as far forward as you could move, unless you wait for someone else to move and then use your held action to move up. Going to change my music selection.
No, it's pretty somber for flaming skeletons.
Who's in front of me or behind me? Can't see the.
Nobody's behind you.
You're all the
Oh,
way in
I'm on the
back.
way back. Okay. So who's in front of me?
Everybody.
No, I
Oliver.
mean like immediately in front of me.
Oliver's in front of you. I think.
What we doing? What we doing, Killian?
Yeah. So I want to guidance Ollie in front of me Just give him a nice pet.
Ollie.
Mhm.
All right. So you're giving
Is
him.
it's touch?
That
right?
only affects skills, just FYI, not
Oh.
attacks or anything like
Well,
a save.
then I take that back.
Okay.
And I want to hold my action for if JB moves, I want to take his spot.
Okay, very good. Ollie, you are up. You've heard Rubius.
Mm-hmm. Can I move up to see for myself?
You can move up in front of Morthos.
Hmm.
That would take 25 feet of movement.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. So you move up, and as you get onto the bridge, you see the skeletons before you.
Oh no, oh no. And then he's gonna, actually, how does this work? He's gonna cast Thunderwave.
Okay. Thunderwave is...
Self, 15-foot cube out from me.
Yep.
Which, I guess I would have to move 5 more feet out onto this thing to hit everybody.
Including Morthos.
That's fine.
And me.
No.
Let him do it.
It's originating on me, going out.
I guess out.
So
Oh,
if
it's a
you
cone?
go here, it's a 15-foot cube.
Originating on from
So you can
yeah,
be
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
can be the corner or you can be the center.
right.
So it can be here, it can be here, it can be here. It can't hit them both. It can only hit one.
Then I'm gonna hit red guy.
Red guy?
Yep.
All right, very good. So you have to step forward actually once more,
Okay.
and now he is there.
All right. And then I do Thunderwave.
Yep. So I roll a Constitution save.
Yep.
That is a 8.
You fail, so you take 2d8 thunder damage.
Go ahead and give me the damage.
You got 7, and I believe it. Yep.
10 feet.
Yep. You're pushed 10 feet.
Okay, he gets thrown off, and you see the fire begin to catch on the skeletons below him.
Oh no! I fear I made a terrible misjudgment and mistake. This could work out poorly for us.
And interestingly, as the fire spreads, they turn different colors on different skeletons.
Or maybe I did a good thing. I don't know.
Okay. That is the end of your turn. It is now the enemy's turn as this skeleton comes back, still flaming fire. This one steps forward to attack you,
I'm in trouble. Yep.
and another skeleton appears wreathed in blue flames this time.
With Rubius's intention to protect his party, would he see that one moving towards him and be able to take a shot against him?
Yes, he would.
Okay.
Wait. Before my turn ended, I used my feline agility.
To
Run back where I
backwards.
was.
Then disregard.
Okay. You can do that. So you've doubled your speed for one turn.
Yep.
You can't do so again until you don't move.
Correct.
All right. Well, then in that
Could have
case,
been bad.
this one moves up to Morthos, takes a swing at Morthos.
So I still get to take a shot against it, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I'll do 20 against me. Yeah.
So as the skeleton kind of creaks
10.
forward and it swings at Morthos, you shoot your hands shaking, you kind of shoot the crossbow at it, and it just pings off of its shield as it effortlessly knocks the bolt away.
I tried.
And then takes a swing at Morthos. Morthos, that's a 16 to hit.
It does not.
As you see Morthos watch it come forward, and the skeleton swings, and Morthos just easily sidesteps it. It is now
Snarf.
JB's turn.
Well, the skeleton charging us will alarm JB, and so he'll He'll touch his tie bow, his bow tie,
Oh.
and
Billy Banks?
and a mental sliver will end up trying to affect the skeleton with an int save.
Okay. Say 5.
So hopefully he can take psychic damage. 1 psychic damage.
He's got it.
And is saved before the end of his next turn. He subtracts 1d4.
Ooh.
End of my next turn. He'll subtract.
He
1d4.
subtracts 1d4 from the save.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I will. Oh my! And I will follow the cat. Good luck, Morthos.
Okay, as you run backwards, Killian runs forward. Okay. And it is now Ray's turn.
Morthos! And I'm gonna run forward, and I guess to get in that spot, I have to whack the skeleton off of it.
Well, you can kind of go diagonally and get next to it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Still a little hyped from her coffee. You would dare to hurt Morthos? And she's gonna take a swing with her warhammer.
Go ahead and roll.
Are you raging?
As the warhammer arcs through the air, you see some what look to be waves and look to be some runes that otherwise are not visible begin to just pulsate with yellow energy as the warhammer swings down towards the skeleton.
13.
It hits.
Okay, this is without her shield out.
Yep.
10.
Double-handed.
Going big.
And because this is bludgeoning damage, the skeleton explodes into
sweet.
bones as it just disappears next to Morthos.
Wow.
The other 2 skeletons immediately look at you with their yellow beady eyes fixed upon you.
Oh, I'm gonna stare him down, and I'm gonna press a band on my arm, and a shield pops out that matches the belt that has wavy lines on it.
Yep.
You know
so
what's
she
really
hits that and whoosh, it extends outward, and she prepares
And-
for the attack.
Do I have a movement to stand right in front of Morthos?
You
I'm gonna
stand over the
stand right there,
broken bones.
staring the skeletons down.
We've
Okay.
had a barbarian in this new campaign for 2 episodes, and it's already killed someone.
Woo!
How crazy is that? Right, Austin?
Yeah.
I resent that remark.
Or do
All
you
right.
resemble
That's the
that
difference
remark?
between
It is now
half
Morthos' turn. As you watch as Ray stands in front of you to protect you, and you watch as more hands begin to creep up.
So, I'm going to change the color of the one in the lower right-hand corner to red.
Okay, change that one to red.
Lower right-hand corner.
Okay, it is now red, and that's your action.
And I will tell my echo to move in front of the flaming red.
Okay, your echo moves in front of the flaming red.
Yep. Feel free to take an opportunity attack if you like. Okay.
You were, in front of the skeleton there. It is now Rubius' turn.
Okay, Rubius beginning to... he doesn't understand why, but he's starting to feel like a sense of calm, even in the midst of the chaos around him. And he goes, "I would fight by your side, madam." And he pulls out the katana and the hand crossbow, and then moves up right beside Ray. And holds an action so that if anything gets within striking distance, he's going to slice it with his katana.
Okay. Very good. And so you move up with your red hair kind of flowing out from underneath your hat.
Somehow the mustache has found its way back to his face.
It's your version of raging.
Mustached.
As your muscles tense and flex, and you kind of go into almost a trance as your subconscious takes over, preparing to strike whatever may threaten you. Killian.
So you see Killian reach into his pouch on his side and bring out a stone. And he casts magic stone on it. And he puts it in his sling and throws it at the big one on the other side.
This one here?
Yep.
Okay, make your attack.
Is that 9?
Mm-hmm.
13.
13. The stone passes directly through its chest. All right. Are you staying there?
Yes.
Okay. Ollie, you are up.
Can I move and have a line of sight?
You'd have to get out to... That's
Okay.
10 feet of movement. So you could get out to here in this square, but you wouldn't be able to move back unless you took the dash. Well, no, you can't. You're barred.
Can't.
Gotta figure out the color.
So I can't see.
Without going out.
I'm gonna
I can't get in now.
hold my action.
Okay. What action
And
are you holding?
I'm going to hold a movement. Can I do that?
Yep.
For if Morthos moves,
Okay.
I want to replace in his spot, and then I would have a clear line of sight, and then I would do a spell. Can I do that?
No. You can hold a movement action, but that's all you can do. then.
That's what I'm going to hold and move myself there then,
Okay, very good.
if he moves. If not, I'll figure it out.
Okay, as you do this, the skeleton moves up to Ray.
Mm-hmm.
The blue one moves up to Rubius.
Which I would slash it.
Make your attack, Rubius.
Now did we have him spec'd out that he could do a katana slash and then a direct crossbow shot like in the thing? As a
not,
bonus action?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
You'd have to get the crossbow expert to do
One
that.
day. Okay.
So make your katana attack.
Okay. Okay, so that is a 15.
15. That hits.
Okay.
So as the flaming skeleton filled with wreathed in blue fire approaches you and goes to make its just claw attack against you, you slash at its midsection first and cut through several bones
6 damage.
as the rib cage kind of falls away, and it follows up with a flaming strike against you.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 16 to hit.
Hits.
As it claws across your chest, you take 5 points of slashing damage
Oh, no.
and 3 points of fire damage
Ooh.
8 damage.
from the flames that lick at your hand as you cut across it with the katana.
Katana's quite long. Curious.
It is now... oh, wait, no. And as this is going on, another one climbs up, wreathed in purple flame. Okay. It is now JB's turn.
JB's gonna move up to Ollie. He can't get in. There's no way. He can't do anything. So he's going to say, excuse me, but perhaps you could not block the path into the fight, people? And so he will end his turn.
Hey, Ray.
She will attack the red guy.
All right.
And since I'm...
He attacked you with a 12.
You missed. But technically that was out of order. You forget. I'm just saying.
Rules are rules.
Did I say 12? I think I meant natural 20.
Since the echo is behind me, does that count as flanking?
It does.
Nice. And she does have a 10-foot reach. Just saying. It's part of the Storm Giant property.
Okay, I don't remember.
That's what it said.
Rules are rules.
I mean, we don't have to play it, but I thought that's what it said.
I don't remember how we wrote because we kind of customized your race, but
That is, regardless, a 16 to hit.
it hits. Pull your damage.
Are you two-handed or one?
I took the shield out, so this is one-handed.
It's true.
D8.
The D8 is like the pyramid-y one.
I think that's it.
Oh,
Max. 12.
12.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And as you bring your warhammer down, the red skeleton explodes into pieces. And as it does so, the flaming red skull remains laying on the ground.
As a bonus action, can I try to throw it into the red candle that we lit?
You cannot.
Okay.
So that was your action. You use your action.
Fair enough.
Yep.
I'm going to move in flanking position behind the blue guy.
Okay,
For
so you
Rubius.
move around the blue guy.
Yep.
Very good. And it is now Morthos' turn.
Morthos will pick up the flaming red head.
Okay. You pick it up, you take 3 points of fire damage.
That half?
Oh, Ray, you also took 3 points of fire
Okay.
damage for hitting the flaming
So is that's
skeleton.
halved, right?
It is halved for you.
Yeah. Okay.
So you
And,
take 1 point of fire damage.
I will attempt to. Well, actually, no. I will just run over and put it on top of the red flame. Try
Which
something
one?
weird.
There's 2 of them.
Yeah, let's go to the one that's on the left. The first one I
So
did.
the first one you
Yeah.
lit? Okay. Well, you can't really...
Not the one. There's not one open square up there.
Mm,
The one right above the blue
Just
guy.
goes by the skeleton. Pardon me. Pardon me.
Right above the blue guy.
getting through. Yeah, yeah.
okay, I'll roll an acrobatics check to see how well you can hang on the edge.
Move to the closer
Oh,
one.
that's all right. We're good at that. 23.
You pick up the skeleton head and kind of gingerly make your way next to the candle that's there, and you, which is really interesting because you can't really see color, but you know that this hue is about the same
Yeah, they
hue.
look the same. They're the same
They,
shade of
they
gray.
do. They do. The other ones do not look the same, but you don't know what color they are. But in your mind, you said, "I'm making this red," and so you kind of make the connection. And you put the skeleton's head down, and the runes all light up red next to it, and the next candle begins to burn an orangish glow.
All right,
Nice.
we're off to a good start, everybody.
All right, and then I will take my echo and move the echo right up behind the blue guy, flanking with myself,
Yep.
and I will use Unleashed Incarnation
Just
and
take the extra
take
attack.
the extra attack.
Go ahead and make your attack. With advantage because of your flanking.
I critted.
Yeah.
Nice.
You like that, right?
Love it.
I would have moved.
10 and a 12.
Okay.
Okay, so hold on.
Did I just not do that
Only
right?
four only gets added once. So you just add the first number twice and then add 4.
So it was 10.
The
For the
dice
first
are
one,
the
and
dice
then
are
8.
doubled.
10 plus 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's 10 plus 8, then 18.
Okay.
Good call.
I caught it last time.
The with that plus the damage from Rubius's katana,
Nice.
you watch as
damage.
the radiant form punches through the chest of the skeleton and implodes it upon itself as the blue skull falls at the feet of the 3 of you.
Good work, guys.
Okay. There are
That
no
one hasn't lit up.
glowing blue candles, and Morthos, you can't tell what color that is, but that's what's there.
Is the one on the bridge orange?
Purple.
This one down here was made red, and
No, the
this one right
skeletons.
here is orange. His is it was glowing red.
It was red.
It's actually changed to glowing orange now.
Okay.
Okay. It is now Rubius's turn.
Okay, well, Rubius, feeling the searing pain that touching it, hitting it so close with his sword did, takes up his hand crossbow and aims it right at the skeleton's head.
Okay.
And launches a hand crossbow bolt.
Roll your attack.
The purple one?
Which one?
Which
Purple
one?
or orange?
Wait, which one's the closest one to me? Where's the orange one again? I'm sorry.
Orange one's on the other bridge.
Oh, no,
Orange
I'm
one is
looking at the
here.
purple one.
Purple one's here. Okay.
Okay. That's 20, unnatural.
Hits. Roll your damage. As you take out your hand crossbow, you kind of duck down below Ray, and you shoot the bolt right underneath her outstretched arms as she is whirling around to
7 damage.
and it pierces directly into the jaw of the skeleton and kind of knocks the jawbone off, and it looks at you with its kind of now half face and is just staring intently at you. As Killian, you're up.
I'm going to cast Magic Stone and throw it at the purple one.
Okay, roll your attack.
14.
Hits.
Sorry, I forgot.
And so as you cast the effect on the stone and you loose it with your sling, it hits it square in the chest, doing
6.
and the chest caves in on itself as the purple
Oh, yeah.
skull remains on the ground.
Did I see where the 2 stones went?
The 2 stones?
The one I threw last time that went through.
Oh, it
Yeah,
hit
that
against
one.
it hit against the wall and just fell to the ground.
Okay, and that one went through the skeleton, or
It impacted the skeleton
Dropped.
and bludgeoned it to death. It is now Ollie's turn.
Ollie is going to look at the guy across the way,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to cock his head a little bit, and he's going to viciously mock him.
Okay.
Wisdom.
By saying what?
Well, we'll see if I hit.
That is a 12.
That does. You take 1 damage,
Okay, very good.
and Oliver just goes, "You look stupid."
Roasted.
Because of his head that's on fire?
You got the
Oh,
jest.
it's awesome. So he takes 1 damage, and he has disadvantage on his next attack roll.
All right. Very good. It is now the enemy's turn as a yellow emerges along with an orange. And one that is not a flame comes up and takes a slash at Oliver.
Well, poop.
That's a 19.
Yep.
You take 5 slashing damage. It is now JB's turn.
If I move up 5 feet, can I see that guy that just hit Oliver?
Yes, you can.
All right, int save.
12.
12 is a failure. I think, yes.
Actually rolled a 14, but you got a
And
minus 2.
you'll take 1 psychic damage again.
Okay, very good. It is now Ray's turn.
Morty, there's a blue one in front of ya. And she's gonna run to the orange one and attack it.
Okay, so you rush up to the orange one.
I know he's blind, so I assume I can tell him.
Oh, that makes sense. That now I get it.
Yep.
I was like, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, nice. 22.
Hits. Roll your damage.
8.
He explodes into fiery bones, and the orange skull is left at its feet.
There's another orange for you. We're getting all the colors, Morty.
It is now Morthos' turn. As you hear her exclaim that there's a blue one at your feet and an orange one just fell.
So can I make a perception check between the blue and the orange to see if any of the other torches are that color?
Go ahead and roll.
Oh yeah. 22.
You notice that the orange light refraction, which is kind of a weird whitish color in your eyes, matches the same hue as this candle here.
Then I will go over, grab it, and do the same thing again.
Okay. So you do
Slam
so.
dunk.
The orange disappears, and the candle here starts burning purple as the runes fill in orange, and then this extends now, starts burning purple.
And I will do the same thing. My echo will run across and take another unleashed incarnation against the other.
Okay, so you pick it up, slam it in, and
So you get,
this
like, 2
entire side just starts kind of slowly going down the runes in from red to orange to purple, red to orange to purple, as this red light continues to glow.
What's the next color that glows up?
Nothing. This one stays this kind of a whitish.
Okay.
These two here stay kind of whitish.
Gotcha.
But that one's still red.
So that's a 22.
What color is the skeleton on the bridge?
The skeleton here is
No, the other one.
Oh yeah.
oh, it's flickering now between red, orange, purple, and yellow. It is now Rubius's turn.
I attacked them with a 22.
Attack who?
Yeah, he didn't pick up the purple skull. He actually attacked yellow. So purple's still laying there.
Oh, I thought you said you picked it up. And...
No, I
No,
said
no.
I moved my echo and
was
used
confused.
my
No, sorry. So you went to here?
yes and attacked
Okay,
that
so then
one.
this is still here.
Sorry, I didn't know it. Yeah.
And
No.
this is
Not
there as
set.
well.
That's still there.
Okay, never mind.
Now we know.
Take
what's
that back.
gonna happen.
22 hits. Roll your damage.
Wait, I'm confused. I did the one set of lights did change, right?
Yeah, so this one you had picked up the
Orange.
the
orange.
orange and put
Okay.
it in here.
Okay, gotcha.
So the
Yep.
purple is still there.
Purple's still there.
The blue is there. The yellow is
Yep,
that's
22.
that's you. That's
Yep.
this one is yellow here.
And that's a whopping 7.
7. As it because it's bludgeoning damage with the punch,
Magic.
it explodes. And there is now a yellow skull next to the. I'll have to get the solo figure so that's not confusing. All right, very good. Rubius. You see a blue skull, purple skull, yellow skull, and a skeleton next to you.
Skeleton next to me, and that one doesn't have fire on it, right?
He's not
Okay.
alight.
So he charges Huzzah! Right at it and slashes right at the neck.
Okay, you step up, make your attack.
16 to hit.
Hits.
Okay.
As you slash through and you chop its right arm off, as it just falls to the side, it's still holding a sword in its left
That's
arm.
10 damage.
10. As its whole form shakes and rattles but holds together.
It's weird. I aim for the neck and slice its arm off.
Oh, you had bad aim.
Yeah. And it is now Killian's turn.
I'm going to. I see Morthos put the skeleton on, right, and things start to change.
Yep.
Hey Morty, maybe you could change that light down there to blue. I think red's no good. Just match the skull that's left to your left. I know that's longer than 6 seconds. And then I'm gonna just hold an action to sling a rock at that thing if it moves.
So you're gonna sling a rock at this.
Oh, that one died.
No, he did not.
Oh, then
That's
yeah,
a new
I'm
one.
gonna attack that one.
Go ahead and roll your attack with your another magic stone, because you had made 3 of them before, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
One casting creates 3.
3. Yeah. That's a 13.
He explodes as your stone pierces through its
got him.
skull and dashes him to pieces. It is now Ollie's turn.
I'm not going to move.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to move.
Okay. You're
I'm
ending
going to
it.
hold an action.
Okay.
For if another skeleton pops up, I'm going to attack it with a spell.
Okay. What spell?
I'm going to viciously mock it, let's
Okay.
be honest.
On its turn,
Let's be honest.
skeleton pops up.
Oh, that one's got a shield.
Pops up. Pops up.
Okay.
Pops up.
Me not
wow.
moving, does that count here? Towards my thing? My racial thing?
Yep.
Sweet.
Pops up.
Oh, that
5
just is-
skeletons appear, and none of them are a fire. In fact, it seems that the fire has all gone out in the skeletons around you. But these 5 are all moving into attack.
Okay.
The skeleton skulls on the ground are still alight.
So do I guess I viciously mock because they popped up?
Which one are you viciously
Closest
mocking?
to me.
2.
Fail.
Haha.
It takes 3 damage, and I yell at it, you should probably eat something. I can see right through you.
It just kind of looks at you and shakes its head,
I know, not my best work,
and
but
then goes to swing at Rubius.
disadvantaged.
Oh lord.
That's a natural 20
And
Not 20.
and a 19.
I tried, sorry.
Barely hit.
So that's 5 points of damage to you. And Morthos, an attack on you. It's a 16.
Me?
Yep.
Doesn't hit.
You again just easily step out of the
he's
way.
good.
Ray, there's an attack on you.
Mhm.
That's a 6.
Miss.
As you knock it away with your shield. And the other 2 do not get attacks this round. It is now JB's turn.
Those 2 don't attack my echo? I'm a little disappointed.
They just keep walking right by.
I know.
This one is, technically there. It would be next to it, but does not attack it.
All right.
Can I see that skeleton next to the echo?
You can. Yep.
All right. Intelligence save.
Natural 20.
Mm.
Ooh, this one's rolling well. It's 2 in a row.
Put that away.
Nothing happens.
Ray.
She's gonna grab the pink skeleton head and put it on the pink light.
Okay. This skeleton is currently standing over it and must be dispatched before.
She's gonna hold the skeleton head like a football,
Okay, so you pick
and
it
then
up.
Heisman.
Okay, very good. And you got to push.
Yep.
Okay. Roll an athletics check.
I like it.
Oh!
Crit.
Skeleton goes flying back into the pile after you face plant it into the void beyond, and then with your other hand you smash it down. You do take 3 points of fire damage. And now what I described before, these runes all kind of glow in sequence, and this one's head now has 3 different colors as well as the yellow color still included as well.
She's gonna move closer to the Echo Knight then.
Okay, so then you take step towards the Echo Knight.
Yep.
Very good. It is now Morthos' turn.
Skeleton. And I did it. Yeah, that's right.
Good turn.
So, Morthos sees the.
You know
what
that this.
I know it's
you know
blue,
this one is blue.
and there's no other flaming skulls, right?
There is another one that's a different color here.
Damn. All right, so that's another one. Okay, I'd like to make another perception check to see if I see any ones that match again with the current flames that
Okay,
are
go ahead and roll your
still out there.
perception.
18.
18, nothing matches.
Okay. Is that skeleton technically on the other flame that's there?
It is. Yep. Well, it's not. It's actually right next to it.
All right, so then
If I want to do it precisely there.
Morthos will...
There's only 2 candles left.
Okay, he will use his thermatology to change that one. What he was told was blue.
Okay, so this one now begins to glow blue.
No, I meant the one that was closest to the bridge. Sorry.
This one here?
Yep.
That one now glows blue.
And then I will action surge and pick that one up and
Okay.
run over and put it on top.
Okay, you take 1 point of fire damage. That's
Yep.
already reduced due to your... And you slam it on top, and nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Okay.
Does the light stay blue?
It does.
I will then use Unleashed Incarnation to attack the skeleton in front of my echo.
Right here, this one?
Yep.
Roll your attack.
That's a whopping 8.
8 does not hit. All right, it is now Rubius' turn.
Okay. So I wish to strike at the thing that just hit me. You dare to strike a Thornbury! With my katana.
Roll your attack.
Alright, let's do this. Okay, well, 14 plus like 8. So yeah.
Hits. Roll your damage.
4. Alright, that's 7 damage.
All right, as you
Ouch.
slash through it and you cut a large swath of its ribcage away.
I would like to use my bonus action, Second Wind, to regain some health.
Okay, roll your D10
D10.
plus 2.
Wait a second. This didn't work. 1d10 plus 2?
Yep.
Just roll it.
It's your fate.
Ooh. 11.
Nice.
So I
You
regain
take
11 points.
11 points of healing,
Healing.
and it is now Killian's turn.
Tip top.
I can't get there. I'm so slow. I want to.
Is Morthos where he is right now, or did he
No,
move?
I'm technically over by the flame.
Oh yeah.
You're by the bridge,
Sure.
right? With the
Yeah.
blue skull?
You're
Yep.
here.
No, down.
No,
the
down.
one he made
The one
blue.
I tried to make. The one I made blue and tried to put the blue skull on.
Oh, you took that yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
I want to use bonus.
Skeleton swipes past your head and misses as you leave its threatened radius. And you're Killian doing what?
Yeah, I want to. I used 3 stones, so I want to use another 3
Okay.
and throw it at the skeleton behind Rubius.
Right here?
Yep.
Okay, the one that he has already hit. Yep.
That's a 24.
It hits. Roll your damage.
7.
Okay. As he explodes into a pile of cartilage like
Bye-bye,
bony
skeleton.
stuff. Yeah. He is done as the marrow falls to dust around him. All right. It is now the enemy's turn. No, it is now
My turn.
Ollie's turn.
I'm gonna yell to Morthos. Hey, been watching the guy in the middle. I think the next color might be yellow because his head's kind of flickering that color. And I'm going to turn and lo and behold, viciously mock.
What save is that?
14 wisdom.
Wisdom?
Yeah.
Seeing if I have a negative or not.
-2, I believe.
Wisdom -1, so 14.
I guess it passes.
Yeah, he makes the save.
I still roll?
Nope.
No?
No.
Poop.
Makes the save.
I just didn't heat.
Are you using a bonus action?
What can I do?
You can inspire if you care to.
Oh, I forgot I can do that. I am going to inspire. I'm going to inspire Morthos. Morty. Mr. Morthos. I'm sorry. You're doing such a wonderful job. Keep it up.
Right? So you feel little
Pep in my step.
pep and encouragement surround you
Also the
as one of the skeletons swings at Ray. That is a 22.
That hits.
You take 5 points of slashing damage. This one steps up to Ray. And that is a 13.
Miss.
As you kind of see it coming and just move out of its way as the sword fills the space that you vacated.
I think I am protecting Morthos from that swing.
Very good.
No!
And
Seal that.
this one
Fell off.
walks up to Rubius and takes a swing, and that is a natural 20. You take 10 points of slashing damage.
Good thing I healed. 10 points,
All right.
you say.
There are more claws clamp onto the side.
Figure this out.
Do not yet make their way up. JB, you're up.
Oh, the one that just attacked Rubius. Int save.
4.
1.
Nice.
Get rid of that dice.
You're consistent. That's a good thing. All right. So he takes 1 point of psychic damage. Ray, you're up.
Putting in my mental notes, JB can't
Is the
hit
flame
anything.
still blue or is it?
It is still blue
JB
on the
does
ground
1
on top
damage.
of a candle that is also blue.
Okay.
Glowing blue fire, I should say.
She is going to. I guess she'd get a lot of opportunity attacks. So I'll attack the skeleton in front of me.
Roll your attack.
15 plus 6.
That hits. Damage. You're rolling really well tonight.
5.
5.
She's finally playing the class she
You
was
smash
built to make.
into.
Oh, yeah.
Did you roll a 1?
I did.
You
I
smash
don't have
into
Savage Attacker anymore.
smash into his chest, and
I should.
despite the force of your blow, he is somehow able to stay together and maintain his form. It is now Morthos' turn.
She's getting frustrated that more keep coming.
So, hearing what Ollie said, he will run around the skeleton, pick up the yellow one, and drop it on the flame he was just at, never leaving his threatened range.
So, let me understand what you're doing here.
I'm going to run between him and...
Run through.
Yep, pick it up,
Pick up.
and then run back. But you said it's the yellow one on the inside one, right?
Yeah, it's
so I'm
this
just
one.
going to kind of go
That's
right
the-
around him.
Yep, this one would get an opportunity attack
That's
against
fine.
you.
Yep, go for
Okay,
it.
so that is a natural 20. So you take 10
Nope,
points.
it takes... It's a 16.
Okay. You take 5 points. Oh, so it's a
I take
16.
nothing.
Well, 16 is 24. Natural 20 plus it's to hit would be 24.
Oh, all
Minus
right.
420.
So it's a regular 20.
Just a regular 20 then.
So you take 5 points of slashing damage.
All
Still
right,
good.
All right.
As you pick up the yellow skull
Yep.
and move it back,
Move it back and put it on top.
smash it on top of the blue skull, on top of the blue candle, nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Yeah, you
I
have
love
to
it.
change the color of the candle.
Probably change the color.
That's why I didn't do the.
Next turn, you get it. You get it. I'll inspire you
I
again.
can only do one thing at a time.
Rubius.
Now, real quickly, on my Thing is, I have an action surge special, which I can take an additional action on my turn. Does
Yep,
that
you
let
can
me do
make
2
2
attacks?
attacks.
Okay. So I can do that thing.
Well, fancy you.
You can
Tonic
attack.
crossbow.
Sure.
Okay. So I wish to do that.
Okay, well, make your first
to
attack.
the villain that attacked me.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Well, let's see. With the hand crossbow, I attempt to shoot it point blank in the head.
That is done with disadvantage because it is 5 feet.
Well, it's a natural 20 for the first one. Okay.
You sure you don't want to?
I thought I had the ability to do with
You
that
That's
don't.
without
not
range.
until level 4.
Well, that was a mistake.
Natural 1
Well, we
for the
can,
other
if
one.
you won, we can say that you took your katana.
Well, the other one's a natural 20 and a 26. So come on, let's just come on.
We got hits.
Let's be real. And then it's 7 damage.
7 damage. All right. You slash through and take off the arm that's holding the shield. And your second attack with your katana now.
Katana, now that I know.
Yep.
Let's see. The katana. That is only an 8.
And this one misses as you try to readjust your form and slip on the kind of wobbly platform and don't quite get an attack on it. Killian.
I'm gonna throw a magic stone at the one right there.
Next to Rubius, roll your attack.
Yeah. 19.
19. He explodes into bits of bone as it is now. Are you staying there?
Yeah.
Okay, Ollie's turn.
Gonna stay there, and I'm going to viciously mock that other one. Actually, no.
We love
We're gonna
level
change
2.
this up.
Level 2 is so awesome.
Isn't it great?
Oliver, does Oliver have a crossbow on him? Did we say that? I mean, I have it in here, but I don't know if I meant to have that in here.
I believe you do, yes.
He's gonna try something, and he's gonna aim for the femur, and he's gonna shoot this one.
Okay. So, as the crossbow, which is kind of slung across your back, Bart picks it up and kind of balances it on your shoulder.
Yep.
And Bart squeezes the trigger and
23.
shoots forth and makes the shot. Go ahead and roll your damage.
It is 5 damage on the one that's
As the leg is impacted and cracks, and the femur kind of it almost is cut in two by the bolt, but it's able to hold itself together.
bonus action. I'm going to inspire Ray now. Ray, I love your hair.
Thanks, Ollie.
Okay, very good. It is now the enemy's turn. And these two both attack Ray. They are not technically flanking, so there's no advantage. First one is a 8.
Miss.
Second one is a 15.
Miss.
And so you knock the first one away with your shield, and as you sense the other one coming, you put your hammer back and block it with your hammer. And
I'll protect you, Morthos.
prepare to counter the attack as
Goodness.
more skeletons appear. Rubius, you take an attack. That's a 17.
Hits.
You take
sure its action wasn't getting out of the pit?
hands were already up there.
Okay,
You
gotcha.
take 5 points of slashing damage. Morthos, you take an attack. That is a 11.
Nope.
As you just calmly dodge aside yet again.
It's like he's not even trying.
And the others are all prepared to strike next round. JB.
Well, one just came up into my vision, and so intelligence save for the guy 10 feet down below.
2. And he takes 1 damage. Ray.
Whoa. We're going to try a new die. 4.
Okay. Very good.
Yes.
Ray.
Right. Why won't you guys just leave? And she's gonna attack the one in front of her again.
Okay.
15.
He explodes into untold number of pieces of bone.
And it's more like a frustrated versus angry as she turns to face the other one.
Very good. And it is now Morthos' turn.
So he will change the flame in front of him. Well, does he even know?
Well, we said yellow.
Yellow?
We did
you
say
say yellow?
we
All
did,
right. Then I'm going to change it to yellow.
Okay. You change it to yellow.
And
then what?
Well, I'm going to pick the blue skull up.
Pick the blue skull up and put the yellow skull
But
on.
the yellow skull is still technically sitting there.
And as you do so, the runes all begin to glow a bright yellow, and the last one down here changes color to blue.
To magenta.
And then he'll just use his movement to literally go right down and stand in front of it.
Okay, you take
That's
1
fine.
point of fire damage as
Yeah.
you
Does that
shuffle
have to
with
nothing?
with the
No,
skull.
it was 3, so
Half
that
a
is the
point.
half.
So that's gone, and
He has no more ability to do
you
anything.
move up to here, and you do take an opportunity attack.
Just saying. As
Opportunity attack is a 6 as you calmly.
He just kind of looks behind him and just keeps walking.
And so Morthos is now holding the skull above the blue skull above the blue flame. Rubius.
Can't your Echo Knight attack?
Nope.
He used them all up.
He used them all up.
Okay. Rubius, being me, hobbles back by Ollie, saying, "Oh, I'm in a bit of a bad state." Tries to do like a laugh, but it just sort of can't get it out. Like, would it be another action to just eat the good berry that's in my pocket?
That would be a bonus action.
I don't have any more bonus actions. Do I?
Yeah.
Can I just take
You
one?
have
Oh,
one.
I thought I could only
Every
do that once.
every
per-
round you get a
Okay,
action,
well then I will.
bonus action
then I will
movement.
gobble up the berry.
Okay, so you get 1 point of healing. That's your bonus action.
And he's
And his stomach's full.
And you are sustained for the entire day.
Feel rejuvenated.
Care to do anything else?
He's just gonna ready an action with his hand crossbow in case that thing gets any closer than it already is.
The one that's standing right next to you?
Yeah, well, I meant to walk
5
back
feet
behind
away.
Ollie.
Okay, you would take an opportunity attack if you do so.
Well, I'd rather just shoot it in the head.
Why not? Maybe.
Oh no, hit it in the head with my katana.
yep,
I mean,
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack.
okay. Sorry, guys. With my katana. That is a 25.
It hits. Roll your damage.
Kill it. Kill it with fire.
9 damage.
There you go.
You cut off one of his legs, and he's just standing there with one leg. He looks at you, and it says in a low, graggly voice, "'Tis butterscotch." Weird. All right.
Do any of us understand it?
Did you hear it?
tis but a scratch.
Tis but a scratch.
Yeah.
Killian.
Without a tongue, he said.
So I see Morthos come over with the blue skull, and he's real close to the candle. He's like kind of holding it up like this, like just for some reason he couldn't act anymore. So it's just a weird mechanic, I guess. So I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna slam dunk it onto the candle.
Okay, you do so, and
Can
as
you-
soon as you do so, the entire series of runes just does a dance of color in sequence. All of the skeletons crash to the floor, piles of bones, and the other skeleton steps forward to you, Ray, and takes its head
Oh no.
and puts it in your chest,
Oh.
and then disappears, and you have its flaming skull in the chest. And
This was unexpected.
She's kind of like juggling it.
a door slides open on the other side with a pedestal there. So what do you do?
Are we still in initiative, or are we out of initiative?
You are out of initiative.
Put it on the pedestal. Now,
She's gonna run, like, hold it out really far away from her and put it on the pedestal.
Okay. You do so, and there is an explosion of fire.
We all die.
You take 5 points of fire damage, and there's a laugh, kind of like echoing through the room, and the door that had moved slightly continues to move, and now reveals the open door. And as you look beyond it, there is a carving in black stone of what looks to be a bird flying out of the midst of flame. Phoenix. And the way is open to move forward.
Rubius says, well, I don't think that could have gone any better. That was fantastic.
I'd like to get out of here, and so I just start to.
Yep. So you make your way through.
Kind of pumped. Ray's doing, like, the jump after, like, football players after they win the game, like, woo! And she's kind of, like, jumping out the door.
And as you jump out the door, you approach what looks to be a large statue carved in black of a giant knight with a sword held aloft that looks to be peering down directly ahead. Its form fills the space, and there is runes. Well, no, they're not runes. As you get closer, it looks to be almost like a on like a suitcase, the numbers that you can roll. A series of those combinations. Thank you. And there are a number of animals carved into all of them. And there are on the far door that is also closed, you see a bust carved into the door itself in black stone of a lion's head that is roaring.
How many dials are there?
5.
Oh, 5?
5 dials. And as you approach and you can read it's written in common, it says above the combinations, the path backwards is the way forward.
Oh, maybe we should go like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So...
Forwards, backwards?
Girl, please, just think a little longer about what it's saying and look at the dials.
Why could I do that, though, when I could just make a guess?
Well, maybe we'll put the animals that we encountered. The animals that we encountered in order, we can number them, because the numbers are underneath the animals, or
the combinations are every time you move it, it is of a different type of animal.
Oh. Yeah. Wait, are you saying the pedestals that we encountered?
Yep.
Along the way?
Yeah, the ones we like to touch, but they didn't do anything.
Right.
So the last one is a snake.
No, the last one.
I would say the
first
one was a snake.
The first one.
They got
last one was a
snake,
phoenix. Then it was a
eagle,
bird. It was a bird.
And then he said it was backwards.
The lamb,
so the
and
last
then
one is the snake, since the first one was
the way.
snake.
Well, I think it may just be.
Okay, but we enter them backwards.
Wait, Seth, we have a snake.
Okay.
What did we have?
I'm with you.
It goes lion,
I see
sheep,
what you're saying.
bird, snake.
And the phoenix.
The lamb. You
Wait,
forgot
where
about
was
the
the lion?
I
lamb.
forgot about the lamb. Did we
The
not?
sheep.
So we go.
Where was the lion?
The lion's right in front of us.
Oh, it's a lion?
The lion will lay with the lamb.
Lion, phoenix, sheep, eagle, snake. That's the order.
Okay.
And how do you enter that order in?
What is it?
Top to bottom.
Say it again.
It's left to right?
Left to right.
Yeah, that's the order that we put in. Lion, phoenix, sheep, eagle, snake.
Left to right.
Left to right.
Left to right. First to last.
Oh wait,
Backwards of
what if
how-
they're one of these?
If
What if they're one of those that read from right to left though?
Actually, hold on. Wait. I don't do anything yet. Can you read what it says again?
I have it chronicled. The path backwards is the way forward.
Reverse our steps.
The
It's
path
common
backwards
sense.
is the way forward?
The path backwards is the way forward.
So maybe we start on the right and go snake, eagle, sheep, lion. Starting on the right.
Listen,
first.
that's the same order.
No.
No, this is way worse.
my intelligence is not that great. I am not putting input
How
in
many-
this one.
how
I
many-
assure
It is the
you,
same
I am
order,
dumber.
but maybe starting on the left is different than starting on the right.
It's true. I think we should, try that. I think it may just be referring that we need to look back in order to go forward. So we'll try it your way, and if it doesn't work, then we'll just flip it all around.
Wait,
What if we
before-
try it his way and we're all killed?
Before we do that, who
You
could
ever thought of
use?
that?
Could someone use a little bit of healing?
I have
me!
very low health.
I could use some healing.
All right. So here's what I'm gonna do.
I'm hurting.
I'm gonna give you. I'm like, Orpha here. You get a healing, and you get a healing. All right. Here's a healing word for you both. Don't get hit so much. It won't hurt.
Truly and
But I'm protecting my friends.
The path backward is the way forward.
Ray, you get 5 health,
sense.
Lion, phoenix,
and
snake,
Rubius,
eagle, snake.
you get 6
That
health.
way.
I thank you, sir.
It's
We reverse our steps and we go
either
forward.
literally talking that that's the way it needs to go, or
How much
just
simpler
saying.
can this
This
be?
is why riddles with 2 answers are annoying.
The
So we do it that way first.
left to right.
Yeah.
Yep. As you do so, the first one you put in is the lion. Second one you put in is the phoenix. Third, lamb. Fourth, eagle. Final, snake. And as you do so, the statue with the outstretched
Oh boy.
sword, which is clearly large enough to cleave all of you in one swipe, goes to move and flips it around and puts it in front of it and rests it. And the door slides up behind it, and a bright light shines through. And that's where we will continue our session next week.
Woo! I did not think we were getting through that one.
Wait, first I push Captain Hook over the edge into the skeletons.
I can't do that.
I didn't think we'd get through. On a scale of 1 to 18, my intelligence is around 7.
All right. Well, we're gonna do our final giveaway of the night.
Did we pick
which-
the winner of the other one?
I don't know. The moderators can do that. That's the yo job. And so, with regard to the final giveaway, let's type in skills, 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 and you can have a chance at winning the dice, those cool golden colored dice that are in there. And so, thank you all for sticking around. We really appreciate you being here with us as we continue to tell our stories and make this make our way through this little graduation test for Oliver. With some help from his team.
He's gonna get his PhD.
All right. Well, stick around after the stream ends. We're gonna announce the winner of all of those who have entered ! Skills, and you can have a chance at those set of dice. But for the rest of us, thank you so much again for being here with us. We look forward to seeing you next Tuesday night at 7:30 Eastern Time here on Twitch, when we'll continue to loot, die, and repeat. Have a good night, everyone. Cheers.